Quesadilla is so damn good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on a live though, just in case.
I think next time I'm gonna try tofu.
Mm-hmm. Well, hi y'all. Listen, my shirt that I have on is from last night. Don't judge me.
Don't do.
Don't
Don't
do
fucking do it.
it. I have a fork. Gratitude. What are y'all doing? What are y'all even doing? Mm, mm. This quesadilla is delicious. I got the video pulled up from last night. You about to go sleep? You got school? Well, I love you. Good night. Everything gonna be like this. Hit the like button when you come in, please. Gratitude. We had a great show tonight. I mean, the show was just awesome sauce. Uh-oh. Hmm. Hey to Miss Janita's grandson. It was good. It turned out better than what I thought. Carbon. Mm-hmm. It was so yum yum be dub. Here your girl over there smiking. She's over there like, it's delicious. Greetings. Mm. Peppers and onions. It was, yo, tell your mom gratitude. It's tofu, yeah. It's so good. We went back to the same place.
Go to bed.
Maya said go to bed to the child. Probably the same child that was calling earlier. Well, look at too funny. Really? They ain't never had tofu before. You ain't gonna have it tonight either, we do. But we gonna make sure you taste it.
Mm-hmm.
good. Mm-hmm. Yeah. What y'all think about the video from last night? What y'all think about the show from the day? Greetings. Hit the like button as you come in, please. It's only appropriate unless you're low class, and then we understand. That's where you came from. Low class bullshit. You're a genome. So I'm sure no Melanites are coming in acting like that. Hit the like button on your way in. I guess we all munching. Okay, grabs chili Frito. Oh, girl. Chili Fritos with a good ass. Is it chili powder? Mm-hmm. Hi, Malika. I'm gonna need about 12 people to hit the like button. Gratitude, Carbon. What y'all think about the show tonight? Cat got your tongue? Cat got your fingers? um, Gratitude, Keisha, Key. Gratitude, Makahulu. We saw your picture close up tonight. We was like, hey, Makahulu. Like, oh, you cute. You enjoyed it, Odessa? Gratitude. We was aiming to please. We seen somebody else picture up close tonight too. Like, Is he a boy toy or a gal pal? I don't know. Some of our men that come in, they're boy toys, and that's okay with me. But I'm trying to see if any of y'all are gal pals. That's what I'm saying. I'm kind of full now. What's your mind? Love you back, my kahuna. My goodness, are you still gonna do this thing? Maya keeps talking about that too. But Don Rashad, did you see the tribute that I put up of you? I keep asking you if you've seen it. Cool. You have such a great voice. You sang the shit out of that Whitney. You have a great voice, man. You ain't watched the show tonight yet? I'm gonna put this video back on for y'all. I'm gonna go take me a shower. But if y'all hear anything thumping, Mind your business. Ain't nothing but a little relaxation time. That's what listen. It's a gal pal. So you're gonna have to check it out. Yeah, Don did this thing with that. I mean, hey Sean Adventures. I'm having my way like Burger King. I'm being there like, cause I can't yell in it. It's not a toothbrush. I got a new friend. I got a gal pal. Where you been? Huh? I got a gal pal. And I can't be loud. I can't be in a. I can't do that. That was good, wasn't it? Cause I used to fake it. I had practice on that. So I gotta be there like. Say you could, but it might be awkward. It might. Might be. Might be a little awkward. What's up, Jose? Hey, Sharon. What up, Cosmic TJ? Turn some music on. Y'all gonna have my phone. I mean, you sticking it out. I got good moans. You ever been hit, and a strange deep moan come out like, like, oh shit. Wait. You gotta get it back to where it's supposed to be. Man, listen. Quick story, man. It wasn't me. It's this chick named Keisha. And she used to fuck with this guy. It's actually my stepmom's brother. And she got a naturally deep voice, child. She told my sister that he was like, because I guess it was other people in the house this particular day, but he told her, be quiet before he punch her in the head, before somebody, that's to knock your wig out, it is, punch her in the head before somebody thinks he and her fucking a man. Like, sir, Mr. Ma'am, listen. Hey, 91, be right. I mean, just in there, just, she said, that's that, what, knock your wig out. Anyway, y'all ready to finish this video from last night? I'm gonna go take me a shower. These lashes probably gonna be on when I come back, so don't worry about it. They ain't gonna look too horrible when they come back. But no. Alright. Alright. Let me see if I can flip this here camera.
Yes. Oh, okay. And anything else? Yes, so there's a nurse right now. There's this little room. There's a little room in a church though.
Okay,
so
what's in that little room?
Yes, they keep the skulls there.
Okay.
Yes, but it's not like so secret, but still they got the keys to the church. Because they're like Mrs. Forster, the headmistress.
I'll take it back just a little bit.
The whole
yes, or whatever it is that you need to tell me, okay?
All right, I'm going to leave y'all to it. I'll be right back. I'm going to go take me a quick shower.
If there's something that you don't understand that I ask you, just let me know, okay? And I don't want you to guess anything that we talk about. So if you don't know the answer, just tell me, okay? Or if you don't understand anything, you let me know, alright? And that's because everything we talked about must be the truth, okay? And we discussed it. Do you remember we did a little example, didn't we? Do you remember what it was?
No.
About truth and lies?
I don't remember.
Okay, when with the paper and asked if I was telling the truth or a lie, do you remember?
I think, yeah, you draw this smiley face.
Yeah.
And after if you said that you asked Cleo who drew that,
Yeah.
and no, if she asked you who drawn that and you said that you don't know, that's a lie. And if she asked you who drew that and you said it was me, I drew it, sorry, and then that's the truth.
Yeah. So again, here we need to tell the truth, okay? And I can't sort of say that enough, really. It's got to be the truth. So just remind me, I know you gave a very good reason why people lie sometimes before. What, can you tell me what that is? Why do sometimes people lie?
Maybe they don't want you to know. Maybe they don't want you to know about that. Maybe a thing.
Yeah.
Like they maybe like I don't know. Like so they don't want you to know maybe. So they don't want you to know anything that they don't want you to know a thing about them or something. Yeah. So if a person asks like, what did you do today or whatever, and then they say, I just stayed at home I just stayed at home sleeping, but actually went out. Yeah. Or doing, I don't know.
Okay, alright. Well, I just have a quick check just so, because I spoke to your brother before you, and he went out of break, and he was waiting in the other room as well, and he was watching the telly, so that's why it's still on that children's channel, I think, because he was watching it before you. He mentioned sometimes you watch telly at the tennis club as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, is that right?
Yes.
What telly do they have at the tennis club?
Samsung.
A Samsung telly.
Yeah.
Okay. What I'd like to talk about is just, I know we spoke a bit about your school, some of the rooms in the school, and the church as well.
Yes.
What I'd like to do today is just talk a bit more about the church, if that's okay.
Yeah.
And ask you what you can tell me about this church.
Yes, and we dance in the church with the baby skulls on.
Do you? So where is this church?
It's just like, our school is just tin, and it's just this little path you go out of, this little... So here's the school, and here's the exit door, and then there's just a little path, and then here's the parking space, and then next to the parking space is this big church.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where it is.
Okay, so when you get into the church, tell me what it looks like.
Well, there's a little pathway inside the church, so you have to go you go in the church, and you go upstairs again, and then there's this little path again, and then you go up the stairs, and there's another path going into the church, and then there's this big hall with the seats, the church rows, well, where the seats are all in rows, and after this big carpet. It's like two little stairs, big space at the front, and then that's where they dance with the skulls on.
Okay, where do they dance?
On that kind of carpet floor.
Okay, and so how do they do it? Is there nothing there on this carpet floor?
No, really, there's just this little table. It's not actually little. It's a table with two big candles on.
Okay, and is that the whole of the church? Is there any other rooms or anything like that?
Yeah, there's a nursery inside the church. There's a nursery.
Oh, is there? There's a nursery?
Yes,
oh,
yes.
Okay. And anything else?
At the end. Yes, so there's a nursery, and there's this little room. There's a little room in the church, though.
Okay, so what's in that little room?
Yes, they keep the skulls there.
Okay.
Yes, but it's not so secret, but still they got the keys to the church, because they're Mrs. Forster, the headmistress, she's in charge of the whole church.
Right.
And Father Paul, he's the priest.
Okay, so you go into the church, and you say there's all the chairs.
Yes.
You walk down.
Yes.
There's a couple of steps, which carpet but not carpet.
Yes.
And then there's a table on the top, and that's where they dance.
Yes, they're not on the table, but the rest is all big space.
Okay. And then you said there's a room that keeps some skulls in.
Yes.
And there's a
And
nursery.
then they keep. Yes, there's a nursery too.
What's
There's
the
some-
nursery? Do you call the nursery anything else?
No, I don't know, but we just call it a nursery, really.
Okay, so you go into the nursery.
Yes.
And what's in the nursery?
So in the nursery says there's just we do ACE. So ACE is kind of a club where you act,
Yeah.
sing, dance, or like that kind of club
Yeah.
in this nursery. Yes, but then sometimes the nursery does not work.
Right.
Sometimes maybe like one day it doesn't work and then the other day it doesn't. It does work, but there's like a little spare room there. So it's a small room. A small room is just like where the seats, well, not seats, the wooden seats.
Should we draw it? Would that be easier for you,
Yes.
do you think? Okay, should we draw it? Do you want me to move the table? Are you right sitting like
Yeah,
that?
so
You sure? So,
it's like
so we'll
when
draw
you-
the church.
So when you walk in here,
Right.
it's just this like seats here.
Yeah.
All at the back here, and then there's this little path
Yeah.
where you walk through.
Lovely.
And then after, just on the side here, all around here, that's where like all the side is all nursery. When you come in, there's this big room where we do the club.
What?
The club.
Oh, Ace.
Yes.
So
yes.
where's Ace?
Ace is just here in a big house. It's like a big room.
And how do you get into that room?
Yes, just a big door. You just
Okay.
go in.
Okay.
You got a lock. Keys
Okay,
to
so you
it.
go into this room,
Yes.
and what's in this room?
Yeah, in this room, it does not have skulls in or anything like this.
No, what's in there then?
But it's just like, it's a nursery room in there.
Right, so you go in the nursery room.
Yes.
So, right, should we draw the nursery then, shall we?
Yeah,
So
so-
there's the nursery.
So it's just like tables, and then that's where they wash their hands. Here's the pegs where
Yeah.
the cloakroom.
Yeah.
And then after it's just like this big space all around.
Okay.
And then there's a little door going into the toy room. So
Oh,
where
okay.
all the toys are kept.
Okay.
For the children to play
What's
with.
in the toys room?
Yeah, so it's just toys around there, but then after they keep cupboards. But then the headmistress, she tells the nursery, so that to the nursery that there's cupboards that if they can keep them, but like not look into them or like use them. Or
And they're in the
anything.
toy room.
Yes,
Okay.
and then after
What's in those cupboards?
in those cupboards they got the big white bowl where where the blood
okay.
drips in.
Okay.
Yes, and then they got the cleaver. This big Chinese one is like that big knife. Yeah, they keep that to cut the baby's head off too.
Okay.
And then so you know where the church room is? Just there, this is another nursery room, but they barely use it. They never go in there.
Okay. Is there
Yes.
anything in there?
Yes.
What?
It's like a little room. It's like as big as this room. There's another door going into a kitchen.
Okay.
Yes, they keep it like a nursery kitchen, but they don't use it.
So, through that door, there's a nursery, there's a room,
Yes,
there's
it's
an old
like,
nursery room
yes,
and a kitchen,
yes.
but
There's
they
a-
don't use it.
Yes, there's a door, this is like how big it is. It seemed like that big. And then there's just here, there's this little door, and not little, it's a door, a normal sized door. And when you go in, there's just a big kitchen, and then you've got just a big silver fridge.
Okay.
They keep like leftover of the baby meat there.
Oh, okay.
Yes, and they keep the white bowl. Sometimes if there's any blood left over, so because my dad, whenever my dad, he eats maybe like sometimes he eats 2 times a day, like baby 2 times a day.
Baby too. Okay.
Yeah, sometimes like that. If he feels like eating more baby,
Okay.
because we have one big piece,
So-
like that big piece of baby every day.
Right. Okay. So let me just get straight. So you go into the church.
Yes.
Then describe this stairs, carpet area with the
Yes.
table. Then
Yes, the
there's
carpet
then
areas all around there, but it's like much bigger space all around here.
okay. Then there's one room. This is a nursery with a kitchen
Yes.
in it, which you can. Do you get into it from this room? Do you?
Yes, so
Okay.
it's just here where the seats are, and then there's the big
Okay.
thing, the big carpet
Okay.
just next to that. It's just
Okay. So then there's that room, and you say you don't really use that room
that. No, they don't use that really.
for anything.
No.
No.
They just use it really like if the nursery child, if the child
Yeah.
didn't bring it the packed lunch in.
Oh, okay.
They sometimes have like
Okay.
food that which they give like porridge or something like that.
Okay. So in the other room
Yes.
is the nursery, which they use.
Yes.
And then you go into a toy room,
Yes, it's just like
and there's some cupboards where they keep a bowl and a cleaver.
yes.
Are there any other doors or anything in this toy room?
No, but there's another room when you go in church. So like I'll draw. Can I use the other paper
You
to draw?
use
like,
what you wish.
Because this. So when you go in the church, it's like you're outside,
Yeah.
and then there's this little gate,
Yeah.
and this little passageway just here, and then there's the entrance to the church.
Yeah.
Yes, so then you go straight, and then to the stair, then like that, and then there's stairs just here.
Yeah.
Going up, and then after you go that way, and then after there's like maybe like 2 stairs there, and then after there's this other door just here,
Right.
and then after
What's
there's
in
the
there?
hallway going into the church. All around the church is just there. So this is like where the whole church part is, and then there's this other room here.
Yeah.
All like this is like the entrance. But then after there's this other room where the priest does his things are in there.
Right.
Yes, but then after where the big
And how
carpet
do you know
place,
that?
because we go there, we do sex
What?
there.
Oh, okay.
Yes, so then where this big carpet space, there's another door leading into there too.
Right. Okay. So you're outside here, are
Yes.
you? So you're outside.
Yes.
You know where the cars park, like behind each
Yes,
other?
yes.
Where's that? Is that
Yes,
this side or is
No,
that
it's
somewhere else?
It's this side.
So it's the other side of the church. This
Yes.
is the side by the road, is it?
Yes.
Right, okay. So this is the side by the road. So you go along and there's a door.
Yes. So
Is
this
this
is
a door?
like a gate outside here.
Okay,
And it's
so
still outside this part. But then this door goes inside the church.
Right.
And then you go and gets into a path, as I said.
Okay.
Then there's this path goes, so then you have to go straight to the right. And then after, when you go to the right, just at the front of you, there's this like maybe, as I said, maybe like 4 stairs. There's 4
Okay.
small steps up, and then after you have, and then after when like you're up here, and then after you go straight, like so like when you go on the stairs here, so up you're up here, like this is the way, and then after you have to, so it's just like I don't know, so you're up the stairs on this part here.
right, okay.
Yes, and then after, so you're here, and then just there's this door going inside the church. And then after there's this passageway, as I said, it's got this little passageway. So here the passageway is all along here. And then after, but then you can on the side, just here, there's this door.
Huh?
That's how it is.
What is it?
Right, okay. So this gate
Leave my lashes
is
still
at the side
intact.
of the church.
I didn't do
Not on the
anything.
side
I
where
couldn't
the
run a
cars
chance
park.
somebody heard it
The
vibrating.
other
Oh,
side.
yes, on
I
that.
couldn't
You go
run that
through
dress.
the gate, which is outside.
But the
then you-
school's just here. The school's just here. This is like little
I
park.
couldn't run the wrist. They
Yeah.
might hear it
That's it, the
vibrating.
church
So
is
is
different.
it on that side?
You never
where
hear
there's
it?
a park?
Okay.
Is this
Yes.
on
Now I'm gonna go
is
take
this on
another
the
shower.
park side?
So this is like the up bit and this is down
Okay.
bit.
So the path is here between the church and the school, yeah?
No, yes, no. So here's the entrance to the church. But like pretend this is the path.
So the path is here.
Yes, all along here.
Okay. So the path's along here. Then you go through the gate,
Yes.
then
Just to get water.
into
The church, so you got the
church,
keys and you got a big
through
door.
some stairs and that, and then there's a room where
Yes.
where the
Where you do sex,
priest
yes.
uses
And
that.
there's this table here, but
Yeah.
small table. It got
Yeah.
and then they got like little pegs for
Yeah.
the things that the priest got.
Yeah.
And then they got kind of like cupboards along there, and then they got the secret thing. But they got like a big like a lock because Mr. Morris, the caretaker,
Yeah.
and my father and Mr. Hollins and the priest
Yeah.
and Mrs. Forster, they all share. Like they got like big. So it's like they got this big like metal ring, and it got loads of keys on, loads.
What'd she
all,
say?
like
Where do they keep
this-
his keys?
in the pockets because Mr. Morris he got enormous pockets.
Had he?
Yes, he got enormous jeans. He
Oh.
got big jeans. He got, like, he wears jeans. He's a tall, big guy. He looks strong. And he got like the pockets like size of this, like to your knee. And he keeps it there. But he's a caretaker,
Yeah.
so he closes the school. He got the keys to the rooms in the school,
Right.
all like that. He got the keys to the church, all the property they got.
Okay.
So everything they own. So they own the school, they own the church because it's our church.
Okay.
Yes, they keep the church.
Right. So these secret things, they're
His
kept
breath
in the
tastes
room where
like
the priest
shit.
keeps his things. Is
Yeah,
that right?
yes, because the priest.
Whereabouts in his room do they keep these secret
Just
things?
like right at the back, and it's just like here's the door, and it's far back. It's just I don't have enough space.
Okay. What does it look like, this thing they keep the
So
secret?
it just looks like really like patterned like. Imagine this. It's not as big as this room. It's like imagine there's this big cupboard here,
Yeah.
and it's just like it looks like a wardrobe. They've got loads of like wooden patterns on.
And what is kept in there?
Yes, they got a big key lock there. So then they unlock the lock with the key, the lock,
Yeah.
and they open up
The lock.
the wardrobe. And after, as I said, so special things they got. So because the priest, he got a car anyway.
Right.
So
What secret things they keep in there?
yeah, so he keeps like precious things like maybe car keys, maybe it's like,
Okay.
and then they keep the skulls there because they wear like 20 the adults.
Okay, so some
Like the
skulls.
parents, they all, because the parents of the children, they keep their own skulls in their own house. Because they dance in their own house.
Okay.
Yes, but then, so like, Vanessa, she's a parent, she keeps her own skulls. But like the
Right.
teachers,
It's the same
and my
name that he was
father's-
giving a little
my father's
brother.
skulls are kept in there. They wear they wear 20 skulls each. And there's 20 special children.
Okay.
So maybe
He told
the
him that
others-
20 parents too.
Okay, so I just want to make sure I've got the description of this whole church right.
Yes.
Just tell me if I'm wrong, okay? Just stop. If I
Yes.
get something wrong, stop me. You've got the main entrance.
Yes.
Go in, and in that big room,
Yes.
rows of chairs.
Yes.
And there's a pathway in the middle
Yes.
where you can walk up and down.
Yes.
And there's a larger area up some stairs which is carpeted. It's got a
Yes.
table on,
Yes.
and that's where they do the dancing
Yes.
with the skulls.
Yes. Yes,
Then-
right back. Yes.
Then there's two nurseries. One's not used very much.
Yes.
And it's got a kitchen with a silver fridge.
Yes.
And sometimes they make porridge for the children there.
Yes, but they do
Okay.
but they keep the porridge into the cupboards well with food like honey or whatever they use for the porridge.
Okay.
Or maybe like jam because they sometimes make toast for the children. They don't use the fridge really, it's just porridge. It's just
Okay.
like
And then they keep bits of baby,
yes,
leftover
yes.
baby and
Yes,
leftover
but
blood.
they don't let the headmistress they make sure that they do not let the nursery use they've used the fridge.
They're not allowed to use
Yes,
the fridge.
yes, they're
that's
not
right.
allowed.
And how can they not get in the fridge? Why
No,
can't the nursery
because
just open it?
One is that the
Yeah, they dance with the
headmistress
skulls.
Yeah.
is still the head of the church.
Yeah. So
She's
say
the head
like,
of the nursery.
say like one of the nurseries bought a yogurt in because they were hungry for lunch. They thought, oh, actually, I'll just put it in the fridge. Why couldn't they just put it in the
No,
fridge?
they're not allowed. Not allowed. Not
Say
allowed.
there's
But they in the room, like the staff room of the nursery. So the nursery room. Just at the back there's this door, and it's the X of the nursery.
Yeah.
To the other side, and then there's just a toilet for the nursery, and instead there's this room where like the people who work in the nursery. That's where they all rest. They got their own fridge there.
Okay. So there's a little room off the nursery.
Yes, they already got their own fridge.
So you go into the nursery.
Yes.
You said there's a little tiny room off it. There's for where they can
Yeah,
rest.
the office of the nursery.
There's an office in the nursery where they can
Yes.
rest. And also there's a toy room.
Yes,
Yeah.
the toy room, like right at the back of the.
Back you go in the toy room. Then there's a cupboard.
Yes.
Are there any other doors?
No, there's no doors really. It's just cupboards and all on the sides is just packet of toys everywhere.
So you definitely can't get in.
Yes.
If you go into, you
Yes.
can only go back into the nursery. You can't go anywhere
Yes,
else.
it's just like just cupboards down and it's just got toys everywhere around you.
So you definitely can't go
Yes.
anywhere else other
Yes,
than the
but
nursery.
they've got this little big
Okay.
box with like broken toys in.
Okay.
but they don't keep like they make sure because they make sure that they can't. They make sure the headmistress, she's still the head of the nursery.
Yeah.
Because the nursery, they are like the part of the church.
Okay.
Headmistress do not let she's the head of the nursery anyway.
Okay.
So she does not let the nursery teachers, nursery staff, they do not she gives them rules do not go in the cupboards, do not go to the fridge or anything. But because Mrs. Forstake, she doesn't really trust the nursery, she got her own locks on the cupboards anyway. She does not really trust them.
Okay.
Just in case if they do come in and just open the cupboard.
Okay. All right. That's very good. Thank you. Thanks. That's a very good description you've given me there. Thank you. So, did you want to sit down? Are you comfortable there, or would you rather sit back on the sofa? You sit wherever you're comfortable. It's up to you.
But speakers still come here.
Yeah, what it is, if Carl can't hear us, he would have come and knocked on that door to say, and that when I hear a knock on that door, I know Carl wants me to speak up. Yeah, so rather than interrupt us.
Yes.
Okay, so you've spoken about the church. Do you mind if I just...
Sorry, I had to plug in my charger.
I'll ask a quick couple of questions and then you can have a little break. Is that alright? Okay, so who is it you live with at home?
My mum and Abraham.
Your mum, Abraham, anyone else?
No. But my nanny Galia, she comes.
Galia.
Yes.
That's short for something, Galia.
No, her real name is Galina.
Galina, yeah, Galia's short.
Yes, because she's Russian and Ukrainish.
Yeah. And then your mum and Abraham.
Yes, we live with them.
And what do you call Abraham? Do you always call him Abraham or do you call him...
No, we don't call him Abraham, we call him Papa Hemp.
Papa Hemp. So Papa Hemp, Mama,
Yes.
Galia.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
Galia does not live
Gil.
with us.
No? Where does she live?
She lives, I don't know where she lives, she never took us to her house.
Yeah.
But I don't know where she lives, but she comes to our house to work, to look after us when Papa Hemp and Mum are out tonight, or anything like that.
Okay. So tell me about Mama first of all. What's she like?
To look after us.
She's kind. We ask her for food mostly,
Yeah.
but we sometimes nag her for food though.
Yeah.
But we don't always. But Abraham. But
Why is that? Why do you nag for food?
because we love eating, but sometimes she says maybe she makes us a soup or something. But we don't really want soup. We like sweet stuff.
Yeah.
So that's why we ask her for fruit, like bananas, because we've got loads of baskets of bananas in our house.
What's your favourite soup?
Well, they don't make that kind of soup like chicken soup or anything like that.
No, what do you
They
make?
make hemp.
I know hemp. It's like a root of a plant.
Yes, the weed which you smoke.
Yes.
Yes, but its real name is hemp.
Okay.
But fresh hemp. Yes, that's what we make soup out. We have a juicer and we juice.
Oh, wow.
So
We don't have pieces in the way.
They fucking
you
smart.
don't have vegetable
No, we don't have normal soups
or
like that.
mushroom soup.
No. We used to, but now we don't. But when we used to go to school, they used to give us red rice, wild red rice. They used to give us that and buckwheat and that kind of stuff.
Okay. I've got a question. How do you know about weed? Where did you know that you smoke weed?
Abraham told me about that.
What did he tell you about it?
He said that weed, you're not supposed to. The first time we met him,
Yeah.
so he told my mum about hemp,
What did he say?
and he said that you don't smoke weed, even though my mum did not smoke it, but she didn't know what weed was anyway. So he told her that you have to eat it fresh, not dry or anything. So then, or that kind of stuff. So because he's a nutritionist, he says.
Okay.
So he because we used to eat it.
So where do you buy that from then?
Oh, I don't know, but went to holiday to Morocco
Yeah.
for holiday, but
No, I mean to get soup. Where'd you buy the hemp to make soup?
yeah, they got that. It's delivered to us.
Oh right, okay.
Yes, but then most of it is bad.
Okay.
And we got loads of buckets of hemp seeds, like whole hemp seeds.
Yeah.
Not the ones in shops in those little plastic bags with, who are like soft ones.
Okay, so why do you need the seeds?
To juice them.
You juice the seeds?
Because we get the milk from it and we make juices.
Oh, I see.
We make green juices, that kind of stuff.
I understand.
Well, my mum used to make us
They make edibles?
like soup, which is it got cabbage, but like red. It's like a soup.
Wash.
Yes, it's like it got like beetroot pieces, but it's like boiled.
Yeah.
It's not fresh.
No.
But it's like red cabbage. You got a bit of red cabbage, because we used to buy the veggie sausages.
Yeah.
So like it made out of soya,
Yes.
not like real pork ones.
Okay. So Mama's nice, but sometimes
Yes.
you go for food.
Yes.
And what's your favourite thing about Mama?
She's really kind and she looks after us.
Oh, nice.
So she takes us to holidays. Sometimes she gives us junk food.
Yeah.
So maybe sometimes she gets like a really really sugary smoothie.
Okay.
Because when we used to go to holidays to Gran Canaria, she used to buy us there's a place called Torito. Yes, and then she bought us this fruit. There's this fruit smoothies. So it's just like fruit in little packets, all kind of flavors. There's like frozen fruit, and then they make smoothies out of them.
Okay. And is there anything that you don't like?
Well, really, I don't know. But I used to not like, what is it? My mum used to make sushi, but without
I mean
rice.
about what your mum does. Is there anything that your mum does that you don't like? Other than food?
Well, I meditate.
Do you?
Yes,
Do
I
you like
meditate.
that?
Yes, I meditate, but really, my mum got upset about one thing about meditation.
Why?
Because she did not know that I ate meat or baby meat all this time since I was a baby. She never knew.
Okay.
But then when I started to meditate when I was 6 years old, but now I'm 9. I was meditating for 3 years now.
Yeah.
So, but when she found out about I eat baby, because that's why I keep on telling her. She did not know. That's why I keep on telling her I don't want to meditate. It's really boring, because I knew while I'm meditating, even because one of the rules is not to eat meat or any dairy,
Right, I see.
or lie or steal or do anything. But because that time my dad used to learn me to steal money, all kind of stuff like that. That's why I used to steal my mom's money and buy sweets with it, or sometimes give it to my dad.
Okay. And what about Papa Hemp?
Yes.
What's he like?
He's kind, but when we were telling him all about this on the holidays in Morocco, because we were scared to tell, of course. So we lied a bit. We lied a lot, though.
Okay.
We lied a lot, but then we were so scared and terrified when he found out about it. Because the first time he's like, right, Elisa and Gabriel, somebody's touching you, and I know who it is.
He said that to you?
And then we just gave up, and we just said my dad.
What do you mean you gave
So
up?
we gave up the deal with our dad, not to tell anyone about this, or mom, anyone.
Okay.
But then we just gave up the deal. We just told him that's our dad, and then we carry on telling. But that time we were terrified to tell all about this baby killing and all this. So then so we lied a lot, as I said, because we were terrified, and we were still. So, but he gave us, he didn't hurt us, but he got spoons and gave us not hard licks. He just gave us the soft licks.
Who did?
Abraham.
He gave you
Especially
licks?
so that we could tell, because we were used to hurting.
What do you mean he hit you and gave you licks?
No, we call them licks.
Oh, what does that mean?
So it's like a spoon hit. But it's like,
So
it's just a
Abraham
soft
hit
one.
you. Why did he hit you?
So that because we keep on lying, but then because we told him that the only way that we could tell you is by him hurting us.
You told him that?
Yes.
Well, he said that.
No, he did. We didn't tell him that he knew that because we told him that if we misbehave or let's make a noise with our dad, he'll give us licks.
Yeah.
But then after, Abraham thought it would be a good idea if he could give us soft ones just like that.
What did he use to do that?
A spoon.
Okay, what sort of spoon?
It's just a normal cutlery one, which people eat with in restaurants or anything.
Okay.
He didn't hit us so hard.
What
It's
did
just
your mum
soft,
say
soft.
about that?
Let her talk. God damn.
No, nothing. She thought it was a good idea. Because then after, when he had the licks, and we have a water torture, which is, we call it a water torture, so he gets loads of jugs of warm water, spills it on us. So then after, he says that he's blessing us so that we could tell.
Who's that?
Abraham.
Right.
Yes. So then after he gives us that, then after because after we're used to hurting.
What's your mum saying when this is going?
Nothing. She doesn't mind. She thinks it's a good idea to do that so that we could tell.
Okay.
No, because we were used to hitting. Okay. Whenever he gave us licks, the first time he wanted to try it out. He gave us a lick. Do you know this?
Yeah.
This thing, it's like he did do it on purpose, but then after he accidentally hit me just here.
With what?
With the spoon. It was really sharp, the spoon. He had accidentally done this to me with a spoon.
Okay.
I forgave him. I didn't mind, but he realised that me and Gabriel do not care if we get hit.
Okay.
Because my dad used to hit us all the time, every single day.
What we'll do, I think we'll have a little break because you've been speaking for a long time. I'm just going to see how your mum's getting on. And Matt, okay? All right, Johnny, come on, man. You can wait in the room and watch a little bit of telly for 5 minutes.
I'll just eat some strawberries.
Yeah, just take them. Oh, don't worry, we'll tidy it up. Don't worry.
I mean, who do you turn to like Escape? You hear me? Like, what the fuck? Everybody always say that he must be involved. It's almost like he don't let them talk. Like, fuck. She's trying to explain it. And he's like, yeah, well, hey, how do you do? Like, shut up, let her talk. It's crazy.
If you ever sit down. What I'd like to just talk about is, so you was in Morocco.
Yes.
So, how did, what happened with, first of all, with Abraham finding out? What did he find out?
No, well, one is he had a lot of clues.
Why did he have a lot of clues?
Once he saw me
tell.
and Gabriel touch each other anyway.
What were you doing, touching each other? What do you mean?
So touching each other in the privates.
Okay, so what was you doing?
Just because we got secret contact with me and Gabriel.
So what were you and Gabriel doing? What did Abraham see you and Gabriel doing?
Yes, we touched each other in the private.
How? How were you touching?
So we were close together and then we pinched each other bottom and then we touched each other from private.
Oh, okay. And how did you touch his front private?
So we could go like that because that's my father. That's how my father.
Okay, so you were touching each other.
Yes.
Abraham seen.
Yes.
And you said first of all you didn't tell him anything.
Yes, but one is that he heard my father's voice too, and then he said it first time when he heard my father's voice.
Yeah.
Something was wrong with it.
Yeah. And then you said that he helped you. He helped you tell the truth.
Yes.
So, and there were 2 ways he helped you tell the truth.
Yes.
The first way you said about a spoon. The second one was water.
Yes, the water torture, and the other one is that he explained us that killing babies was wrong, and all this kind of stuff.
Okay, so 3 things. So telling you it's wrong, water, torture.
I know, right? 91.
Everything what he does is bad.
What is water torture? I don't understand it.
So like he gets big jugs of warm water.
Warm water, yeah.
And then he tells us to stay on our knees.
Stay on your knees.
And then he just drops the water on us.
Right.
So then he pours the water on us in one whole go like that.
Yeah. So he pours the whole water. It's warm water. And how does that warm water feel?
Well, it's when you pour it on, it's cold.
Right.
But actually it's warm.
Okay. And then you said he hits you with a spoon. He gives you licks.
Yes, but not hard. Not hard.
Not hard, but he calls that.
Yes, but he was like saying, he was telling me to tell because he was pushing the spoon into my chin.
He's pushing it into. What do you mean pushing it into?
So he got like the spoon, like pretend this is a spoon. He was like pushing it in my chin.
Oh, okay.
Like lifting my chin up, so doing like that, telling me to tell the truth.
And where was your mum when this happened?
In the bedroom in the hotel.
Did she know it was happening?
Yes.
Okay. Why wasn't she in the same room then?
She was in the room.
Okay, so just a bedroom in the.
Yes, so he was lying in a bed, and he was standing up next to the bed, and I was in a corner, but like where the bed was, where my mum was.
And what about your brother Gabriel? How did they help him? How was he helped to tell the truth?
Well, it seems like he hates licks.
Yeah,
Gabriel, but he actually likes them.
He seems. How does it seem?
So he screams. He does all kind of stuff. Like it, like says it hurts. Actually, it doesn't matter. It doesn't actually hurt.
Has he ever hit you in England or just in?
We had a lot of fights, worse than a cat and a dog.
Who?
Me and Gabriel.
No, I mean you, Abraham. Has he ever given you licks in England or just in Morocco?
No, only Morocco. That's the only time when he ever done it to me.
Okay. Okay. And what about to Gabriel?
Gabriel, the same, yes.
Okay.
But he, as I said, me and Gabriel, my father learned me and Gabriel, well, taught me and Gabriel, both to fight with each other, but like worse than a cat and a dog.
Okay.
So like grip each other in the hand and like scratch them and then pull each other's hair and all kind of stuff. Okay. And then pull my hand, bang it on the floor and then do that kind of bad stuff.
Perfect.
And then once my father taught me, like, he didn't taught me, but he told me to make my brother's head bleed, or like maybe like so like my brother's head bleed, so that it actually bleeds.
Yeah.
And so I said, how should I do that? And then, but I didn't want to do that anyway. I wasn't going to. I wanted to know.
Told you that?
Yes,
okay.
I wanted to know. Like Ricky Dearman.
Yeah.
I wanted to know, like, how I wanted to know how will he tell me to do that, but I wasn't actually going to do that. But then because after I wasn't like, he said, "Are you sure you can do that?" I said, "Yes, of course I'm sure," but I didn't do like he wasn't sure with me. Like if I will do it. So then after he gave me licks, like hard ones. That can make your head bleed. My father.
Dearman.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So he gave me licks till I will say that I will do it, Papa. I will do it for sure. I promise you. And then after say if I say I promise him that I will do it, then I will have to do it.
Okay.
So then after I done it, so he told me like, do I have any little glass frame or anything? With a picture in it, but got glass on at front. I said, well, I think I do. It's like I told him I think I do have one. It's a picture of Supreme Master Ching Hai. So it's like that's the person that we pray for and meditate for.
Right.
Yeah. So there was a picture of her, and after I said, I think you've got a glass frame because I saw my mum putting apart the photo and putting it in, like taking it out and then changing the frame. But then after when I saw her putting in the new frame, the photo, like of the picture of her, they put like this glass at the top. I thought it was plastic first. Then after, when I asked Mum, when she was putting it in, I just felt it with my nails. I just were like softly knocked like some with my nails, touched it with my nails, but how to say, like just
You
touched
worked out it's glass.
Yes. So then I know how to tell it's glass because it will like make a little tiny noise.
Yeah.
But it wasn't plastic then. And I made sure that it was glass. So I asked my mum, if it was glass. She said yes, it's glass. Be careful.
Yeah.
Then because after he told us to have a big fight, like as big as they can. But then after that time, I was so angry then.
And how did he tell you that?
So he told me like to fight. He taught us to fight really badly.
Okay.
But then after, once me and Gabriel fighted so badly.
Okay.
So like once, because my father lived with us then, he told me to he did tell me, but then after he told me to think of a really bad thing to do. So then I thought, and I just gave an example for my dad, and I wanted him to be pleased with me. Not to give me any licks or anything. So then after I said, because we used to have a baby bed, so you know babies which sleep in these little beds. But not the one that rock, that you have to rock. There's a still bed, it's like maybe a 5 or 4-year-old can sleep in it. So after, but it had a gate, so you can just put like maybe a suitcase under the bed, but then you can't take it out just like that, because it got like, it looks like gates at the front. So then I gave Gabriel a trick. So I told my dad that I told him what I think to do. So I said I'll trick Gabriel by getting him under the baby bed and lock him in there and stay on the bed so that he can't come out. So he can't, like, because the bed was a bit light. So then because he can pick up the bed. So then after he tried to pick up the bed, he couldn't because I was heavy there and I was still on the bed. Then he was screaming, and after when I heard, like, maybe left him there for 3 minutes on, I ran right in, like, my mum does yoga. So then I ran in the yoga room when she does it. I hid in the cupboards, but I thought they would never find me there. So then I went there, and I hid there. But then Gabriel knew that place. I thought he didn't. But then he opened it, and then he teared my hair off, and he got my hair, banged me everywhere on the walls, then on the floor. I got so angry. So then but I started it.
Okay.
So then after, I got this frame, and I made sure he didn't look, so I was behind his back, and then I went that on his head. So then after, the piece of glass went in his head, and then he bled. Yes, and then after, but once he done something bad to me anyway.
Okay.
Well, it was on purpose actually.
What we'll do, I think we'll stop because your mum's finished and it's getting quite late for a day. So I think we're going to take a break if that's right. And we're going to stop and we'll finish up for today. Is that alright?
Yes. I heard my mum say that we are going to go to see you tomorrow.
I think what it is, they just want to make sure you're okay at a hospital tomorrow. So they're going to check you over, make sure you're okay. And
in a hospital?
In a hospital. Just
and a special one, though, like a child special.
It's a doctor that specially deals with children. And they're going to see if you're hurt or if you've got any injuries or anything like that. Do you think you've got any injuries or hurt anywhere?
No. I didn't see my father for a long time now.
Okay.
Nearly 2 months.
Okay then.
But one is that once when I was only 5 or 4, I remember that my father got the spoon and then he hurted me all in here, and after it, he cracked my head open.
Okay.
And what I remember is that I saw my mum and my father fight with each other in the bathroom, and my father nearly killed my mum because he was strong then. My mum was not strong, but he was handsome.
Handsome?
Yes, I can't say it properly.
Yeah.
So then because he banged her on the floor and then he got his knee and pushed her right in my mum's head.
Oh dear.
And he nearly killed her. But then after because my big brother James, he was there. He was only a small boy, but he was old enough to have a phone. He had his own phone, and my mum called for James to call the police. But he'd done it straight away, and maybe in 15 minutes, the police were there, quick. But my father still did not leave the house.
Okay.
But then when the police came, my father left the house.
Yeah.
The police car was right in front of our house, and my father was just going out of the door.
Yeah.
Just going out. So they arrested him, and then
Okay.
I remembered that, but I was scared.
Okay.
Because when he opened the door, he done it on purpose. He opened up the door because he wanted to take me and Gable to the party.
Yeah.
He asked my mum. He asked my mum. He was living with us though.
He was only little, so how do you remember that?
I was only little. I was only like maybe 3 years old. But
So
I
how
remember.
do you know that? Who did
No,
someone tell you about it?
I remember.
Oh really?
I remember
Wow.
when I was
From
there.
3?
Yes,
Wow.
I remember.
That's
So then after,
that's
I
good
was
because not a lot of
next-
people can remember from 3.
because I was next to the door, and I was listening. I was looking. I was peeking through the door what they were doing. But then the door that time it didn't go in the bathroom. It went out of the bathroom into the corridor. So if you open it, you can hit somebody. But my father saw me peeking, so he just opened the door straight away. So that the door banged right on my head.
Yeah.
And I got knocked over. I got hurted. And then he pretended that he did not hurt me or anything. But then
She's so fucking
but
descriptive
he
and
pretended
detailed,
to
bro.
be nice then.
Yeah.
She's not lying or making this up. How does she remember? Because she fucking
My big brother
remember.
James, he just called
Yeah, he
me
ready to
straight
go.
away.
Okay. Alright. What we'll do is we'll call it an end.
So-
It's 12 minutes past 7. It's the 11th of September, okay? We'll do, if you go in the room with the telly, then when your mum's finished, she'll come in and join you.
So there's an older
I'll get this
brother,
cleaned up while...
and she said her father
they
put
can
his
talk.
knees in the mother's head, like trying to crush her fucking head.
I'll show you. Can you sit on this one for us, please? Because the speaker is this thing here. See up here?
Yeah.
So this one's speaking. I think there's another one, which is that one there. This one here. So
And there's nothing there.
yeah, you're right. So there are a couple. The cameras are a little easy to spot in this one.
Tiny.
aren't they, as well.
1, 2, 3.
3. And Joe, there's 3 in this room. Right, the first one there. See the one down below?
Yes.
It's on like a bigger box. Do you see there? And that's
He said, "Uh-oh, not that seat. That's the seat where he got their ass saying they was lying."
So a box, that camera's for me. So one's looking at you, one looking at me, and then that one up there shows the whole room. So that's why this one has 3. Okay? Where we are today, we're not in London today. We're at a place called Rowan House, which is in Suffolk. And today's date is
This the same day as the brother who he convinced to say he was lying.
What I'd like to do is just, can you tell us your full name, can you?
Elisa is my real name.
Yep.
My middle name is Grace, and my surname is Gray.
Yes. And there are 2 other people here. My name's Steve, and I'm pleased. And we've met a few times now, haven't we? And we've done a couple of these interviews. So this is, do you remember how many we've done before?
3.
No, this is number 3. So we've done 2. We've done one at Barnet, one in Wood Green, and then today. So this is number 3.
Oh.
And then there's another chap. Can you remember his name?
Carl.
Carl. That's right, Carl.
And this other one is Matt and Sarah, and we met Cleo yesterday.
Oh, did you? Oh, so you met. Today's Carl. So Matt and Cleo, they work in my office and they work with me.
Yeah, but I know by Matt. Cleo was at the hospital yesterday.
Yeah.
In London.
Yeah, she works with me, but she's not here today. It's only me and Carl. And what we're here today is just carry on really what we've been talking about, because there's been so
How
much.
it all started.
Well, we spoke a few bits, haven't we? And then whilst we was on our way here, we sit.
Some
Most-
of them are not true. That Abraham told us to say.
Yeah, that's what you said. you said
Oh,
on the
that's
card.
right, yeah.
So what we'll do, that's where we'll start. But before
Wow.
we do, I'd like to just go through the rules again. I know you're probably sick of hearing. Gosh, can you remember them, can you?
This the day they saying they lying.
Don't lie, tell the truth.
Oh
That is,
gosh.
yeah, that is one of the rules. Don't lie and tell
Huh.
the truth. That is a rule. So the first rule,
Right.
tell me if you remember them or not, is that I wasn't there, so you just tell me everything you can. Do you remember that one?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And then, if you don't know the answer, what do you say?
This was after they done met the Cleo bitch at the hospital.
Yeah, that's right.
Now they come back. Now they come out and we lied.
Question I ask?
I'll tell you again.
Perfect, yeah. And then that goes the other way. So if I hear something you say that I don't understand, I might ask you.
Yeah.
And then there's the one that you said that you must tell the truth and that we can't lie. And I think you've already shown me that you understand the difference a couple of times about the difference, okay? So I don't think we need to go there a third time, really. I think you've been very clear with what you said. And what about rude words or things like that? Is it okay to use them in this room?
Yeah.
Yes, it is. That's right. Okay. And this pen and paper, who's able to use this? Can you remember?
You.
And who else? You can. And it's for you, really, basically.
Look, she don't know what the
if
fuck
you
to say
want
now.
to-
She's
say you
super
want to
smart and
call-
fucking
right.
intelligent, articulate.
I knew what it is for. I know it's.
Yeah. So
It
that's
is something that I didn't tell you, but I don't want to tell you. But I can just write it down so the next time I can show you.
If you want to write it down, and it's easy for you to write down, that's fine. It's fine. It's there for whatever you think is best to do. Like say you want to draw something, you can draw something. Okay.
So what are we going to start off first?
Well,
Yeah, body language is different.
shall I remind you? We was talking a lot about food in the car. I think that was
Yeah.
99% of the journey, wasn't it?
Yes, all rubbish.
And there's one other thing you told me.
We
was
watched some
about-
of his yesterday.
April showed us some things to tell that which is not true.
because
Oh
you
yeah, they
mentioned
been
about
saying that about
Zorro,
McDonald's for a long time. I even said it.
Yeah.
and
This
see,
shit
I
is
watched
crazy,
a bit
Malcolm.
of that.
Because he watched his film. He
Yeah.
watched it. He relented it.
Oh, okay. And I was wondering, is that how you knew about babies?
Yes, because I had an idea. So then I told Abraham, and then Abraham said, "Good, then do that and tell that to the police."
Right, okay. So, I want to start. I just want to start from the beginning. So, tell me, how did it all start? How did it all come out?
So
About,
when we were in Morocco,
yeah,
we had fun there, but not so much fun.
yeah,
But then after, me and Gabriel were watching a movie,
yeah,
which is the Zorak.
yeah.
The movie, which is the Zorak. So then after we were watching, and after it finished, Abraham came out of the balcony, and he came and told and said to us that like he said like who's touching you, and then everything like that, and then we guessed and guessed and guessed, and then after he said nope, it's your father. So then after we had an idea to tell that he just kills babies and stuff because we watched the Zero.
Okay. So, we spoke a couple of times. Do you remember? And obviously, what the one rule you remembered was tell the truth
Yeah.
and don't lie. That's the only, out of all those rules, that's the only one you remember.
Yeah.
So why is it that you told me something then, which was not true?
No, because Abraham told me to say that. So then after, there's more trouble because I didn't know there'll be more trouble, but he told me to say that because I was too scared of him.
Oh, okay. And why are you scared of him?
Because he'll just hit me if I say okay, then he'll just hit me because he doesn't believe me.
Okay, you told me lots and lots of things there.
Yeah.
So what I want to start with, she was in Morocco.
Yeah.
No
You
man,
watched
she
it
wasn't
Master
lying.
Zorro.
Yeah.
And what is that film, Master
So
Zorro?
it's all about like baddies are from California and they come and there's goodies are living in California and then they build gunpowder
Yeah.
all around the building, the wooden buildings.
Yeah.
And all the people in California are all trapped in there.
Yeah.
So then after the baddies so some people escape.
Yeah.
Then the baddies, the leader, goes after them. Well, really, that's right at the end. But at first, is that when the people are all free, nothing bad happened. There were two boys, and then this mascot Zero, he was, I don't know what country it is, but there were two boys. They lived in a place, and there was a bad king, and there was this prison. There was not prisoners. There were good people, because he had treated the good people into prison.
They did the brother like that too.
It's not like actual prison.
Every time they went to this room, each time.
They kill the people who are in prison. Well, they have.
They were all too descriptive. They had the same stories.
They got shot, but then after they got saved by two small boys and the mascot is Zorro. So his name is Zorro.
Okay. And you said there's a bit where someone gets cut. Is that right?
Yeah, that's in the middle. So then after, the two boys grow up to adults. And one of the boys, the Zorro, his man, and he's a hero in the film. And
What is it, red?
Big silver necklace to one of the boys because he helped. So he had the idea to put this big
It's only on my phone.
and kill the soldiers.
Yeah.
So, and then after the prisoners got they're good though.
Yeah.
They're good people. So then they get all free, and then they run for their life. But then after the Zorro, he comes and gives this big necklace to the oldest boy who had the idea. Yes, and then after when he growed up, there's this bad man who was from California. He looks a bit like my dad actually. But he's got long hair, like up to here.
Yeah.
So after his baddie, he had a whole group of soldiers, and after he knew one of the
They keep trying to say that these kids made this shit up from the movie Zorro.
The one with the necklace, he knew that was the necklace of the Zorro, so he tried to kill him.
Right.
So because those two boys, which are grown-ups now,
You see it too?
wanted them in California.
I'm trying to figure out how the fuck did they make all of this up from the movie Zorro, bro.
They got caught, and after, they were just coming to California. Then the people there, they had posters all around, and it says that the two boys, they look just the same, like the two men, they look just the same, like on a poster. So then it says wanted, and after people there, they all catch them to try to catch them. But then at the end they escape. One man escapes, but the other one gets caught by this California leader.
Yeah.
Yes, he gets caught. As I said, he looks like my dad. Not the man, but the California leader.
Yeah.
And then after he killed, well, he tried the second man. He tried to run away, but then he got shot. And after, and then his other brother, he tried to save him, but then he got the shot. So then after, the California leader just got out his sword and just cut off sliced off his head.
Okay.
And they covered it in a whole bag.
Okay.
A big bag and like a sack, and they took it away and just dumped it into a big
Right,
hole.
Carbon.
And they
Right,
cut the
Carbon.
head, and they cut off the hands.
Yeah.
And put them in small jars and water, and they drink the water from it.
Okay. So this is so that's the man that looks like your dad in the
Yeah, he got her telling a movie.
So you're watching that film and you said Abraham's come in and said, "Who's been touching you?"
Yeah.
Well, why do you think he said that?
I don't know. He just came in. He did just come in. He came with my mom, and he said, "I think he was planning to get me and Gabriel in trouble. I think."
Yeah.
But he just said, "Who's touching you? Who had learned you to touch each other?"
And were you touching each other?
Yeah.
You were.
Yeah, but then after we just watched my friend
So Sophie showed you how to do
Yeah.
it.
Yes, and then that's after she said,
What did
"Do
she
it."
show you to do?
So she touched me, and then she said, touch me. So then I said, no, that's wrong. So then after she just told me to
Man, I'm
my
telling
hand
you,
touch
Charming.
and
What the
just
fuck?
so just said took my hand and grabbed my hand and touched it with to her private.
Oh, okay.
And after I said, don't do that, Sophie, or you won't be my friend. And she said she does not care. And she said to me to do it to my brother, and then she'll give me a whole big packet of sweets.
Did she?
She said, I'll give you a big packet of sweets tomorrow if you touch your brother or whatever. So then I touched Gabriel, and then after the next day, when she said she'll give me a packet of sweets, she told me.
She lying.
So then after I said, where's the packet of sweets they told you promised me? And she said, I'm just joking, I'll never give you a packet of sweets.
Oh, okay. So that happened. So Abraham's seen you touching your brother. I didn't know what's happened.
And after when he said, who learned you to touch? And all that. And I said, Sophie learned me to touch Gabriel. But then he didn't believe me, so then he said, no, someone else. And then I just said, it was just Sophie and my friends. That's who they taught me to do that. And he said, no, it's your dad. So then I just then really forgot blank.
Okay.
I just thought, why will he say my dad even though it's not true?
Okay. So did your dad teach you?
And Rooney, Sophie, and me and Ella.
So the stuff that happened in the church and the swimming pool at school, did any of that really happen?
No, that was all made up.
It was all made up.
But the brother made the same shit up.
Why, Abraham? That's not true, though.
Okay. So
But then he said, yes, that is true, so don't lie. Just
So-
say that to the police.
how did you think about, like, because you told me about all, like, they all dance around with baby skulls. How
Yes,
did you think of that idea?
Because he went like this. They dance around with baby skulls in the church, don't they? That's what Abraham told me. And I said, no, they don't. And he said, yes, they do. Stop lying. There's a little brat. That's what he told me.
Okay. So he's told you, he's
And
said,
then after I kept on arguing with him
Yeah.
that I didn't. And then he said that I'm not arguing with you. You did do that, stupid little cunt. That's what he told me.
oh, okay, that's not very nice, is it?
Well, I just thought I'll just say yes, he did do my father did do
Okay.
that.
So, and then what about something?
Now she's lying. You can tell she's lying. She's different.
Takes us to the swimming pool, but he just plays with us with the balls there in the swimming pool and other people are there.
Okay.
They know who
And so what about all your teachers and all that?
they don't know.
They don't do it.
They never even met my Mr. Hollins,
Yeah.
the teacher. He never even met my dad. He doesn't even know his name.
Have you been to his house? So that description you
That's
gave of
why
the house.
remember that time when he took us for me and gave to show
Yeah.
the house. That's why we didn't show the house because we didn't know where.
Okay.
So we just thought to do like a spare place.
Yeah.
But we didn't know which house. We just choose any.
And what happened? Because you went out before that, didn't you, with your mum?
Yeah, that's why he was so fed up with me and Gabriel
Yeah.
that we didn't show the house. That's why we keep on like saying, it's over there. But then she said, my mum and Abraham said, no, that's a building where people work.
Oh,
And
okay.
after I just got in trouble. So then
What do you mean you got in trouble?
they hurt me a lot and they said, let's go back home and then
They what you a lot, sorry?
They hurt me a lot.
How?
So they call me bad words which hurt my feelings a lot.
Alright.
And then they hurt me with the spoon because he said that he will take the spoon just in case.
Okay.
That's why I keep clean.
And whose car did you go in?
I'm not it's not our car. It's a taxi.
Oh, you went in a
That
taxi.
the taxi knows about.
And what taxi did you get? Do you know where
Just
from?
a normal cab. I don't know where from.
What car was it? Do you know?
Just a black normal cab.
Black Cat. And where did you pick this cab up from?
I don't know. It's his friend. His friend Rob works in there.
Rob. Okay. So you've gone in this taxi, you've driven around and you couldn't see it.
And then after she told me my mum told me to show Mr. Hollins' house, and I was like, it's just just over there down that road, and then there was just loads of houses lined up. And then she said, and then after Gabriel went to a place,
Yeah,
she
because
showed
they
the
gave
house, but
particular descriptions before. They were saying some of the same shit, a lot of the same
and then
shit.
they come back.
They ain't making that shit up. That shit was very
That's the wrong road.
descriptive and precise.
Okay. So, when we spoke, you told me a lot about Mr. Holling's house, didn't you? You described
Yes, but that's
everything
not
about
true.
and you told me
Because
even what telly he had. What made you choose that telly?
Because at tennis, we go to tennis, and they have a Samsung.
Is that why?
Yeah.
Okay.
But you know about this wardrobe with secret doors?
Yeah, they was.
That's from Zorro. Master of the Zorro movie.
It's from Master Zorro?
Because the leader of California,
Yeah.
he got this kind of secret passageway in the wardrobe. I just saw that. And then there was one of the good people peeked at him. We'd go to the passageway, so when he went out of the room, they went in the passageway and they got caught.
They not making this shit up. This shit making me mad, bro.
I see. That makes sense now.
No, it doesn't, stupid motherfucker.
What else? You've been to the doctors twice, didn't they?
Yeah.
You've been to the doctors twice.
Yeah.
And they
But
said
then
there's a
I was
couple
like,
of...
I was really hoping that they would find some scars or something.
Why?
And they did find some scars. I don't have no idea why.
You don't know why?
No, I have no idea why. I was like hoping. I was hoping for.
Why was you hoping they'd find some?
Because then they'll say, you did not have any scars. So then I thought I'll get in trouble for not, because I don't have scars. Then there will be not. Then they will finish. Then I'll get in trouble for not. Then
Has anyone ever put anything into your bum? What about into you call it your front bum as well? What about into your front bum?
no, it's only Abraham who kicks my private.
He kicks your privates. What do you mean?
So because he in Morocco, he had this big boots.
Yeah.
Because it's muddy there.
Yeah.
Because it's in the mountains. So he just kicked me right in my front private.
Okay.
And then to my bottom.
Okay.
But I keep on. That's why I'm so used to it. That's why I keep on going like that, and I keep on running away from him when he got his boots on.
Right. I see.
But then he's faster, and so he just comes after me this one and kicks me.
And you told me a lot about plastic willies and.
That was all not true because Sophie.
How did you know about it?
Sophie, she has an iPad Mini, and she likes sexy stuff and all this, and she showed me a picture of plastic willies sticking in bum.
Oh right.
So I got the idea of that.
No.
It was in
No.
Oh, in year 3. I
And
know what
I'm
happened.
in 5 right now.
Oh,
So
okay.
I just remembered it from a memory straight away, and I just said, they stick plastic willies in my bottom,
So how did Gabriel know about all that?
Because I told him. Because that time I told Gabriel that day when Sophie showed me on iPad Mini, that she showed me this kind of stuff, and he said, "Ew, that's yucky. What she done?"
So can I make sure? So your dad's never done anything you don't like?
He's fine and he's a good.
Okay. So,
Just say he's
you
fine and
made
he's a
this up
good.
Because
Of all the stuff I just remembered why I saw, I know everything, but it's just all because of.
They keep saying they got this shit from the movie Zorro, bro. It's no fucking way, man.
Well, he keeps on saying like I'm gonna not live with them. He's gonna dig a hole in the field and dig me into it, and then just leave me there and till I die, till I drown because they're gonna put water at the top of me. And then after I got too scared.
and where did all this happen?
Morocco.
Did it happen in England at all?
No, it was in Morocco.
All in Morocco?
Yes, all in the middle of our holidays.
Okay. So has he ever done anything in England?
No,
Always in
he never
Morocco?
knew that.
Okay.
When he was in.
He never knew
And
that.
you know when he said that, did he still tell you that he heard my father's voice?
I've heard something about on Sky.
Yeah, because he said that he heard his voice on Skype.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not true. That's not true. And then he says that I am lying because he says, I can see through you, Elisa, that you're lying. And I don't believe that.
Yeah.
I think this is what he does. He believes in lies,
Yeah.
not in truth. He doesn't believe in truth, just lies.
Okay.
Because I lied to him all this time. Because that's why I keep on saying, changing things. I keep on saying, my father done that, and then done that, and then after I keep on changing things because I don't know what to say. That's why I keep on getting hurt, and that's why I was 9.
Okay. So I'll make this. So you hurt your ear as well. The doctor said there's something wrong with your ear. Is that right?
No, it was that I had an infection like, a long time ago.
Oh right.
Oh.
I had a big
Oh, wow, y'all. Remember he said that to the little boy, too?
on my ear inside.
Okay.
So I had a special spray and I had to spray it in my ear every single day.
Did anyone else have that in your family?
No, it was only me.
See, that's why your ears. See, an ear infection. You don't know why there's scars on your bum,
No.
but it's not because anyone's
No,
fed for you.
I didn't know. Maybe when I was little and when I was like in the bath, I don't remember, but maybe
Man, the mama, man.
Okay.
Oh, I'm so angry.
Right. So, the other two things, when we spoke a lot, none of that's true.
Well, that's yes, but the thing is, when he just started, I just was fed up.
No, I
I was just
understand.
thinking that I don't care if I go to jail. I think I deserve to go to jail for lying.
The mama's in on it, bro. That's why she done turned on Abraham. Because he's trying to get these kids protected. Now she done turned on him, man.
That's still true now.
All about that church, all about the Father Paul's, it's all not true.
All not true. Okay.
That's why I was so worried that. That's why I was so worried.
But they got the scars to prove it. Scars in their heads, scars on their asses.
Not the secret room.
Yeah, no.
But the nursery room, all of that is true. Then I was so scared that you won't find the scars in the church, and I was so scared and worried.
It's fine. It's fine. But are you telling me the truth now?
Yeah, that's true.
So, you said it because Abraham kept going on you. You said Abraham has hit you, kicked you,
Yes, that's right.
said things, but that was all in
Abraham is the whole
Morocco.
problem.
That was all in Morocco.
He was the whole problem. He just, I don't know. I don't know what he done.
Okay. And why has your mum let this happen? Why do you think your mum's let him
My mum
say
believes, because she believes in lies too, like
Okay.
Abraham.
Where was she when he kicked you?
She was just like at the front of Abraham.
Okay, and why do you think she let him do it? Did she try and stop it, or
No, she never done that. Never.
Why?
Never ever. She'll never do that.
why not?
No, because one is because she loves him so much
Yeah,
that she never shouts at Abraham.
yeah.
But Abraham, when he's angry with me and Gabriel, when he
Yeah.
says we lie,
Yeah.
then he says swear words in front of my mom.
Okay. So, and before Abraham was in the house, I know when we met you, he was vegan, wasn't you? Raw vegan, is
Yeah.
that right? And what was you before Abraham come in?
No, even before we were still all vegan.
Oh, was you?
My mum's did, but she never put nettles, grass, or anything in.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's 9/17/14.
That kind of stuff in. And she used to buy us vegetarian jelly beans, vegetarian sausage rolls, but not cereal, not always. She bought a box of cereal, but only a tiny bit, maybe 3 times a week,
Okay.
something like that, but not always. But then since we were 6 or 5,
Yeah.
she used to buy us cereal. But then after when we were 8 and 9,
Yeah.
then she stopped buying cereals and all stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, man. She knew what was going on. You could tell when they was talking to the brother yesterday.
You call Abraham Papa Hemp, don't you?
He told us to.
Why is that?
Because he keeps on saying, I saved you, Elisa, so you better call me Papa Hemp.
Okay. He saved you. How did he save you?
He said that he saved us from my father.
Okay.
And I thought that was just so stupid what he said.
Do you like calling him Papa Hemp?
He
Okay.
said he's my real father.
What do
And
you
he
think?
lied about that. And then he lied about him being my mum's sister. No, my mum's brother.
To who?
So he lied to me and Gabriel. He said that he's my mum's brother.
Okay.
Which is not true. I thought that is so not true. My mum would have been black like him.
Yeah. Okay.
And then my grandma will be black like him too.
Yeah. Yeah.
And his father. Well, actually, yeah, his father and his mother would have been black. Well, my mother's mum and father,
Yeah.
they would have been black too.
Okay.
If Abraham was my mum's brother.
Okay.
But if they weren't.
So Abraham is black?
My mom's brother, then he'll be white, he'll be brown, and my mom will be white.
Okay.
So Abraham is black. So now they putting it all on the black man.
I
Wow.
think he's just. I don't mean to be rude, but I think he's just an idiot.
Okay, and what, and why is it you're able to tell me now and you wasn't able to tell me before with Abraham?
Because I thought that before I was too scared to tell.
Yeah.
But then after when you mentioned that if it's true or not about the babies, then I wanted to tell because then I thought you'll never believe me then.
Okay.
Like before, but then when you mentioned
And he saw that shit and like, y'all over here doing wrong shit.
Do you think you'd be
And so now the mother then put all this shit on
I
him.
get in big trouble for like saying all kind of stuff like that and that and that.
Yeah. Okay. As I said, you're not in trouble, but thank you. And where is it you'd like to stay? If you could, in Carol's, not Carl's, Carol's. Yeah.
Carol's.
Yeah. Okay. What we'll do, we'll have a little break. I'm just going to chat with Carl, just quickly, just to make sure there's nothing else we need, and then I'll have a chat with your brother. Okay? Is that all right? You can watch a bit of Harry Potter or something while you're waiting. All right? Just give me 2 minutes. Just wait here while I speak to Carl.
Yeah, Abraham is the scapegoat, bro. So Abraham is black. Maya. Papa him, Abraham is black. Now they're putting everything on Abraham. This is all Abraham's fault. He made them lie. Papa justified, girl. Every time you say it, they say it. Oh, Papa him. She's completely different today. But she got scars on her head. She got scars on her rectum. But she doesn't know where they came from. Because she lied on her father. He's a good father. Yeah, she love him. She feel bad that she just said this shit.
Just one or two questions. Just, we talked a lot about Abraham and all that. What about your mum? Does she know about whether or not this is the truth or a lie? What you've been saying?
No. My mum believes in Abraham. Abraham says to my mum, it's all true.
And she believes it. And why do you think she believes it?
Well, really, she's not doing anything. She's just saying like, she's not saying anything really. She's just like nodding whenever Abraham says that. Do they do that? Do they do that? And keeps on when I say no, it's not true. It's not true about that. Then she says, and then she nods at Abraham, and then she just says she nods at everything that what Abraham says.
Okay, so she just agrees with whatever Abraham says. Okay. Is there anything you'd like to ask me? Is there?
She don't know what the fuck to say.
They obviously need to be asked about why, because I've spoken to your mum a couple of times and I've told her off about asking you questions about it already, because I don't think it's fair that she should be asking you certain things, because I felt that she's putting under pressure. Yeah, I thought she was putting you under pressure. So that's what's happened so far. I've told you Mum off already about speaking to you about it. And although she wasn't happy with that, I didn't think it was fair that she kept asking you and your brother. Really, I thought it was better that I ask you. So I've spoken to her there, and
How about Abraham?
Abraham, the same as well. I've told him. I've told him about, and I've
Who's that?
told him that it's not fair about the spoon, and that's why he had to go to stay with Carol because of what I wasn't happy.
But now he's in another house living now.
But how? It's where we need to know and be sure that's for forever. Do you see what I mean?
I just want. I can let my mom and Abraham live in
I know.
bypass.
I know.
Sorry?
I can let my mom and Abraham live in bypass and grow together.
Yeah.
There's no need really for him to go to.
Okay. Well, it might be that your mum wants you back. Do you see what I mean? So, at the moment, you don't think. Okay. Well, I'm sure it'll all come out really of what's going to happen. And also, we need to get your dad's opinion as well about where he thinks you should stay, don't we? So,
He's just my mom and his father will just say no. They want me and Gabriel, and that's all.
yeah.
But Abraham and my mom are gonna just because Abraham is not gonna just stay forever with in that house where he's gonna live. He's just gonna come and visit us every single day. That's what he will do.
Okay.
I know that because last time since we met him, he met us every single day when he was living in another
Okay.
house.
Is that what you think about
Yes,
that?
I know that will happen.
All right. Well, we'll bear that in mind when everything decided what has to happen. At the moment, it's 5 minutes past 11. Okay, I'll pop you next door and I'll be able to chat with your brother. Is that all right? Yeah. Come on.
Wow. Okay, so let me see. I'm gonna see what else I can find on them, y'all.
If anyone causes one of these little ones that believe in me to stumble, it would be better for them to have a large millstone hung around their neck and to be drowned in the depths.
Shut the fuck up.
It's a nursery.
Oh, is there? It's a
Yes.
nursery.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
okay.
You see, they was given the same fucking names. Oh, is this the father?
Hey, it's Adam from StreamYard.
Wait a
We have
minute.
an exciting new feature to announce called Green Room, which is now available only on the business plan. Green Room is a waiting area for guests to prepare with hosts and producers before they enter the studio and go live.
It was 2014, September, and I can't remember how, but I found out that the police were looking for me. It might have been social services got in touch with me, and said that you need to go to the police station, and the children have been taken away from your mom. And I'm saying, why? Or why they've been taken away from the mom? What's going on? And they won't tell me anything. And I was kind of freaking out a little bit.
And what did the police say to you that you'd been accused of?
Oh, he's lying. Oh, he's acting. He's lying. I want to kill him.
They've said
Oh, wow.
said, it was.
Of course you are.
It's more that it's come from my children. They said I'm the leader of a satanic sex cult, pedophile ring, and there's 100+ involvement in this, including CAFCAS, the police, social services.
The police. The police.
Schools, and I'm the leader of this.
Wow.
And
And is.
I mean, I'm sat across and they're recording this, and I'm sat across from the table from the police officer asking the questions,
And is.
I don't know how to answer that to.
Well, what was your reaction? I mean, did
Well,
you?
it's difficult to have a reaction because I was kind of okay because it's just ludicrous.
Yes.
It was the fact that my children had said this.
And what else had they apparently told the police that you'd done?
What he did.
They said that my children, my two children, 8 and 9.
Oh, God. That's what genomes do, bro. Oh, he's faking it. He mustering it up, boy. Oh, wow. 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 Wow.
It's okay.
No, girl, shut up. I'll kill you. Oh, my God.
They said
Why would your kids say that?
that that I'd sexually abused them. And I was selling them to people.
Indeed.
Like it's wonderful. I swear.
He not even crying, bro. Wow.
Yeah,
Not a
I
tear.
was selling them in this
I hate this motherfucker.
cult thing. Not just, they said by myself, but by the name 60, 70, 80 people. And they
Yes, your 8 and 9-year-old children said
they
this.
said that we're killing babies. I was shipping them in, and we was cooking. They were showing with their hand movements how I would get their hand on the knives, and we would cut the baby's neck, drain the blood, and then drink the blood. And I mean, it's just horrific upon horrific detail.
Was it abroad, you think, where your ex-partner and her new boyfriend filmed your children making these allegations, which
Yeah.
were then uploaded onto the internet?
Yeah, what they did,
He didn't he? Enjoy it. He enjoyed it.
the
Saying it.
legs, where you get a spoon and you hit the kid. Yeah, I said a kid. It was in this instance, it was my two children.
No, he said a kid because he don't even have no caring for them.
Her boyfriend had punched my son in the ear, and they were.
Don't forget the story she told about before she ever met Abraham.
These allegations of what I'd done, or supposed to have done.
What
as
you
well as
done?
all these other people. And And when they wouldn't, they said, no, Papa, he didn't do this. And they said, yes, he did. You stupid little to my daughter. And sick.
Those clips of your children making those allegations, some people watching us now will have clicked on them.
Oh, very much so. One video in the first 10 days, nearly 300,000 views. One video. There's now hundreds of them all over.
According to the judge involved in this case, they may have been viewed about 4 million times around the world.
Yeah.
As a result of the spread of these clips on the internet, people sharing them, what sort of abuse
you hear me?
did you receive?
Death threats. Today, yesterday, still, comments on, pedo,
Looking like
whatever.
he looked like Tom Cruise,
I
bro.
understand. I get it.
I want to talk about the recent judgment that was made in your case in the family courts, and the judge very unusually decided to make her judgment public.
Yes.
Mrs. Justice Porfley said in her judgment, I'm able to state with complete conviction that none of the allegations are true. The claims are baseless. Those who've sought to perpetuate them are
These
evil
children feel like they
and
have no help,
foolish.
bro.
Well,
Look.
it's true. First of all, but
What happened to the
there's no one
tears?
inside me going, oh, great, yes, great. Thank God I'm not going to be done. None of that. Nothing. It was not empty.
Look, where's the tears?
But it couldn't be anything else. It couldn't be anything else. And my thought was, okay. Excuse me. My next thought was, okay.
He do look like the dad off Twilight too.
Ricky, you've got to go and start to take things forward, getting to see your children more, and basically to eventually be the carer of my children.
The judge said that your children had been forced to concoct accounts of horrific events by their mother and her partner, and that their stories came about as a result, the judge said, of relentless
Look, he know
emotional
it's
and
not a lie.
psychological pressure and significant physical abuse. And that included hitting, punching, pinching, pushing,
Snorting coke,
pouring
getting them drunk.
water on them
Motherfucker, ain't no lies
as they were
being
kneeling
told.
down, half dressed. And she used the word torture.
She did.
Can you imagine what your children have been through?
Wow. Stop swallowing with your dry ass mouth. I'm disgusted. I am disgusted. I want to.
8 and 9.
Oh, there it is again.
These guys are
Wow.
really superheroes, these kids. I tell them
He does not give a
when
fuck.
I see them. We're talking about their heads mixed up, messed up.
Craving blood right now. You hear me? He's recalling the sexual shit, the horrible shit, the shit that he considers beautiful that he done did. I want to, child.
I feel really sad for.
Do you really?
I really do.
Hemp
After what
soup,
she's put your
right?
children and you through.
They're all in on this shit, bro.
There's 2 children here who are magical. They are amazing children.
Because
Sadly,
they
she's
were able
not
to take the
being
abuse
part
he
of
put
that
up
mess.
with.
I think it's worth telling our audience how far it got. Your children were interviewed on 3 separate occasions by the police. On the first and second occasion, they made the allegations about you,
Yes.
abusing them, sexually abusing them, being the leader of this satanic cult, various other adults involved,
Yes.
abused in all sorts of places, fast food restaurants, churches, swimming pools.
Swimming baths. Yeah, sure, yes.
It was on the
Look.
3rd occasion that they were interviewed that they
Now he's smiling and shit.
revealed, admitted, whatever word you want to use, that it was all made up,
Yes.
that they'd been forced to say these things by their mother's partner, or he threatened to hurt them.
Yes.
When you knew that your
Yes,
children
because I
had
told
said
her she better say that
these
and
things
make
we've been
them,
saying are all made
or I would
up,
kill
what
her
did you-
and these
how did you
children
respond?
and Abraham. Yes, yes, yes. The daughter speaks just like him. Yes,
I
yes.
felt.
She said, I wanted to
pissed off.
please him. I did not want him to be
These are my
displeased
kids.
with me.
And
I want to.
Mom had tried in every way to come up with a new story to stop contact. And I was violent to her. I was and I got domestic. Like I've apparently got a background of domestic violence. I don't.
Were you ever violent to her?
Yes, on 2 occasions, 3 occasions, but 2 occasions were the same. On one occasion, because of the abuse over the years with Mom and myself, where she was just tried to hurt me, just verbally, and the children, and so I got her glasses, and I just, out of frustration, I ripped her glasses up. That was one. And 2 other times I grabbed hold of Mom with her jumper or whatever she had on, and I would shake her. I would plead with her to stop hurting me. Why are you doing this? And she would just be glazed. There's nothing there, and she would smile at me, like she's not. It's like she's not there. It's like it's just something's just not connecting. And so those are the 2 times
Lies.
that you can say, well, you're violent. Yeah, well, I shouldn't have done that. But this is months and months and months and months of just abuse.
Those
Wow.
clips online of your children making those allegations about
Yes.
you, horrific, and as we now know, completely concocted and fantastical allegations,
Wow.
they're online forever.
In his mind, he thinks he's gotten away with
And
this
the
shit,
judge
bro.
said it may mean serious humiliation in the years ahead, maybe for the rest of their lives. What can you do as their father to try and either protect them from that or ameliorate that somehow?
They're going to have some help, a lot of help, and to be in a good environment, positive living, and
He sound like he thirsty
one
for
word is
children's
to
blood.
be
His
able to
mouth
give
is
them
dry
a
as
certain
fuck.
understanding of sadly at a younger age than we should need to have to of what this world can be like.
Why has their mother done this? Why? That is the huge question here.
It is.
They will ask why.
This. They will ask why, and
This is a real life,
that's going to be
girl.
a very tough question to answer. To not 2 young children, but 2 young children about their mom. It's about one parent stopping contact. That's all this is. It's unprecedented. I don't get it. And this is why this is not just this case now. This is 6 years in court before, in private proceedings. For me, private proceedings and the courts, on an epic scale, I've let my children down. They've assisted.
Interview with a vampire. Oh,
The
girl.
judge talked
Period.
about the long-term impact on your children in her judgment, which was made public. And she suggested that the emotional and psychological harm of what was done to your children by their mother, by her mother's boyfriend, is impossible to estimate. She went on, the impact of the internet campaign is likely to have the most devastating consequences for your 2 children. What might be the long-term impact on them, do you believe?
We don't know the answer to this, so speculation, whatever. I, with a lot of patience, I really, maybe I'm naive, but I think with a lot of patience, a lot of love, I'm hoping, because I can't answer for my children because I don't know their minds, but I think if you can have a good understanding yourself and prepare them or educate them is maybe a better word, to educate them about things and
Educate them on
to
how
give them
not to
wisdom,
fucking tell.
knowledge, etc. In a caring environment, I truly think that it's going to be okay.
Do you?
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
They're in care at the moment.
Wow.
They were taken into care when the allegations surfaced last September.
Yes.
You're clearly fighting to get them home.
There's no reason why the children should not come and live with me. They
Wow.
would have a wonderful life.
Wow.
As they did back when they were 1, 2, and 3 years old, before they started when I left their mom.
They said that's when it started, when they was 1 year old, 1, 2 years
How are they
old.
now?
They are they're very good.
Are they?
Wow.
When I started seeing them under supervision,
Wow.
they were not good. They were they didn't look well. They were touch and go.
What do you mean touch and go?
In their state of mind.
Right.
As in
And did say that, Charmin.
their behavior. They were just very difficult with each other, but with patience with me, and I put them right, and give them a lot of love. But from the transition from then to now, they are two different children. These are they're smiling, they're bright,
There is material related to the proceedings and more allegations still being posted online.
yes.
Does that still affect you?
It does, because it's negative. Nobody likes not like this. But hey, I can tell you, if I've done something wrong, find it.
Wow.
Bring it to the table. Anything.
Wow.
But ultimately, it's really the children. This is about the children being safe, being well, and being happy. So.
And can you imagine a normal life with them at some point in the
Oh,
future?
yeah. It's just going to take a lot of time and patience and love, but I absolutely know it will be back to where it was.
Wow.
There will be a shadow. There'll always be that shadow, but it's just going to be a shadow. It's not going to overrule or overwhelm the children in my life and myself's lives. It just won't. It won't.
What do you think the impact on you has been?
Imagine.
He said, we going to get back to business. He said, this shit going to be back to what it was. Don't worry about
Most
it.
of that to do
Wow.
in their own psyche, in their own minds, to eventually give up to beatings and stuff, to say this stuff.
What was it that hurt the most in terms of those allegations?
Knowing that they didn't want to say it in the first place. That's,
Oh, God. Oh.
How are you now?
Whew.
your mom, your mother, yeah. I think any mom or father in their right mind.
You're not.
Want to protect and love. I mean, what a great job. Yes, it's hard.
He's dried out from the inside
So
out.
about how I feel he's getting for the children to feel protected again.
It's your priority.
Yeah. To feel safe. To be normal. Yeah. I mean, these are just fundamentals. Should be. Yeah.
Why
Wow.
do you want to talk about this to us?
that the children,
You keep saying the children, not my
should not be
children.
put through
The
this,
children.
and parents shouldn't be stopping another parent from seeing.
I'm a
their
mother. I'd be
children,
like my
regardless
babies.
what goes on or what dynamic goes on between mom and dad.
His skin look dry as fuck. His mouth is dry.
That people, other family members who have had their own children named in this wrongly. I'm sorry for that. I'm really sorry that they've had to go through this as well. Again, it's not just myself and my children, but there are other families suffering, and to clear my name as well.
Your children's mother is abroad, as far as we know.
Yes.
Should anything happen to her? Would you want anything?
Yeah. I'm very angry with her. I'm very upset when she come back. She has to stand up in court and face what she's done. She needs to come back here based on what's happened. I mean, who in their right mind would put videos of their children on the internet? That can't.
Oh my God! Stop
Nobody
talking.
in their right mind.
Dry mouth bastard.
Sadly, there are consequences, and we've got to face these consequences. Who do this type of actions?
He's narcissistic.
Ricky, thank you very much for talking to us.
Thank you, Corey. Thank you.
Dry as fuck. Makes me so fucking angry, bro. Makes me angry as fuck.
You might.
I just can't even understand it. Like wowzers. Let me see, what the fuck is his name?
It was.
The courts dismissed everything, it says. Oh, yeah, I can't see it. It says, Ricky says he is still receiving death threats from people who believe them. But in March, a family court judge dismissed the claims, saying the children had been forced to make the allegations by their mother and her new partner. He spoke to Victoria about his ordeal. Warning contains graphic description. It didn't describe shit. All we saw was a fucking liar and a pedophile escaping what he did. We're gonna watch that one too. This is some bullshit, bro. He got away with it. He thinks he's gotten away with this shit. We're gonna watch this one real quick, but this is a different girl. I've seen her story too.
To describe this story as horrifying would be an understatement. And if that sounds like a warning, then that's exactly what it's meant to be. It deals with the sexual abuse of children by satanic cults. And not only that, human sacrifices as well. We started investigating these secret satanic cults when a British Member of Parliament linked them with the ritual murder of children. In this day and age, it sounded too far-fetched, as did suggestions that the same thing might be happening in Australia. But then we met Teresa. She's only 15, and for 12 of those years, she's been the victim of relentless depravity.
Yeah, I think
Teresa's
she's the
story
one that's had
is
like
both
2
shocking
babies and
compelling.
shit.
Yet it's a story she's
At the age of
anxious to
15,
tell.
she done had 2
But again,
babies or something,
we
I
should warn you
think.
that parts of this report may be distressing.
Friends of family and strangers and my family used to rape me. Make me abort the babies I had.
It would be hard to imagine more misery and suffering
Yep, the
than
babies.
what Teresa
Yeah.
says she had to endure.
And us kids would be made to do things with the adults and the animals. And then a sacrifice would happen.
The sacrifice, were these animal sacrifices?
Animals and people.
What scale do you think this was happening?
Enormous. Far beyond what we've ever heard of here before.
Teresa's mother, Bridget.
You're talking about mass murder?
Yes. On a scale that this country's never heard of before.
How the fuck you didn't know, bitch? How you didn't know that was going on, bitch?
Just from this app on my phone. And I don't know if you can see this, but
Like the old people's homes there around Windsor.
For the first time, Teresa is learning what it's like to live with love instead of fear.
Pretty low.
In this quiet English village, with the help of her mother, she's slowly repairing her broken life. Teresa is now 15, but at the age of 2, she was left in the care of this woman, the grandma called Nan. And that, she says, is when her torment started.
Who was the leader? Who was the boss of the gang, of the cult?
At home it was my nan.
Your Nan made you have sex with animals?
Yeah.
Gross.
Like goats and donkeys.
Damn.
The story of Teresa is a story almost too horrible to recount. A case of child abuse that goes well beyond the kind of things we normally associate with the abuse of children. In 27 years of reporting, it has to be one of the most painful stories I have ever had to tell.
How many men or how many people would have sex with you?
What, at one time?
Yes.
But everyone who was there, which must have been about 20, you know, from 10 to 20 people. If it was a big ceremony, it used to be 30.
What would your grandma be doing when these men were forcing themselves on you?
Usually laughing.
Is this still on, y'all? Is it still
Or
playing?
smiling. Or having sex
Because I can't see nothing.
with another man. Or other men.
A chronicle of debauchery and
Wait a
depravity so horrific it's hard to believe.
Hold on. Okay. Okay, we back. Ma, you didn't even tell me. Okay, here we go, y'all.
You have to ask yourself, could Teresa be just making it up?
No. I know what's true and what's not. No, I know what I saw.
What we've ever heard of here before.
Teresa's mother, Bridget.
You're talking about mass murder?
Yes. On a scale that this country's never heard of before. Like the old people's homes there around Windsor.
For the first time,
Let me know when y'all back. Because they don't want y'all to see it. I've been offline this whole time, y'all. It's back.
I've ever had to tell.
How many men or how many people would have sex with you?
What, at one time?
Yes.
But everyone who was there, which must have been about 20, you know, from 10 to 20 people. If it was a
Yeah, her
big
mom didn't
ceremony,
know.
it used to be 30.
What would your grandma be doing when these men were forcing themselves on you?
Usually laughing. or smiling, or having sex with another man or
Gross.
other men.
A chronicle of debauchery and depravity so horrific it's hard to believe. You have to ask yourself, could Teresa
I
be
know
just
allegedly.
making it up?
No. I know what's true and what's not.
Ain't no allegedly
I know
here.
what I saw.
Children don't make up elaborate lies that this would have to be if it was a lie. Which I know it is not. It isn't.
This couldn't be a terrible dream, a nightmare that you're reliving.
No. It's no dream.
Oh, you think her mom knew allegedly?
And it's not one you can wake up from. It's
She
there all
had
the
to have,
time.
man.
This really happened. You're quite sure of that?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
The police.
She had babies,
Teresa made up a
motherfucker.
story.
Think she had
Some
2
of the cult
children.
members are to stand trial. 5 men have been
She's
charged with
15
rape.
right here. She
As
done
for
had 2
Nan, the
children.
grandmother, she's 61 and lives in this council flat in South London. She's charged on 7 counts of aiding and abetting rape and 2 counts of performing abortions on Teresa. If you're finding this hard to believe, so did I at first. But then there are the medical reports, evidence of sustained sexual abuse. And there's this, a statement prepared for 60 Minutes by Teresa's psychiatrist. It says, in my opinion, Teresa's account is not the product of a psychotic illness, nor the figment of a fertile imagination. I believe her to be telling the truth.
I know what's true and what's not.
We also took Teresa's story to this man, therapist Ray Wire. He reads a transcript of our interview and listens to her voice.
It's no dream.
Few people, if any, in Britain have counselled as many victims of satanic abuse or Satanists themselves as Ray Wire has. If there is an expert on satanic cults,
So now the computer fucking up.
it would have to be him.
Do you believe Teresa's story?
I believe Teresa's story. It's exactly the same story as I've heard from men who says they've done it.
You've dealt with other cases like hers?
Yes.
21 cases like hers, he says, in the past 2 years alone.
Themes like they were put in boxes with spiders and worms, where they were trapped in fear, where there was a high use of excrement and urine, where there was talk of human sacrifice.
Take just one of those rituals, putting children in boxes with spiders and worms. Now, listen to what Teresa told her mother.
And they had a coffin-like box the children were put in with spiders and snakes and the lid shut and left in there. I would have come out deranged. I could not have coped with that mentally at all.
You have evidence to back up stories like Teresa's, that this is
Yes.
really happening?
Well, we have that age of child, 6, 5 and 4, giving information that ties up with Teresa. How do those children know? How do those children able to describe
Why are you asking for
rituals,
evidence?
to talk about ceremonies, to talk about sacrificing animals? How do those children know?
Nightmares, imagining it?
You can't imagine those things at 3 and 4 years old, and you also don't have the evidence of anal sex abuse and oral sex abuse and all that other abuse that clearly those children have experienced and endured.
During these ceremonies, was Satan, the devil, ever referred to?
He was called Lucifer.
What did they say about the devil? About Lucifer?
That killing the people made him happy.
Sacrifices to please the devil. According to Teresa, the worst rituals took
Yeah.
place at a house
They are
somewhere
rising.
in the country.
It was big, you know, expensive. From the front, it looked like a castle. You know, it had a long drive and big double wooden doors.
Do you think they were rich people then?
Very rich.
That's how the one house looked that I be seeing when I said that they was out standing out in front
Now,
with the
where
cars.
was
That's
this
how it
big
looked with
house
the driveway
somewhere
that
in the
came
country?
around like that.
Teresa says she can't take the police there because the Satanists made sure she'd never know how to find it.
Teresa was always drugged, or on a couple of occasions she said she was knocked out, so that she never fully knew the route.
There was a tramp who was brought in once, you know, and he was killed. He was cut from his throat down to his stomach. And that they ate him, or bits of him.
They killed a man at a ceremony
Yeah,
in front of you?
yeah, in front of all of us.
Did the tramp, did this man fight back?
No, I think he was, you know, drunk or something. He seemed really dopey. He was laughing a lot when he was brought in. And he started screaming when they began to cut. But after a while, you know, he died.
Live streaming can be tricky, and sometimes trying to find the right software.
I'd seen a few killings before then. Although I wasn't used to it, you know, that was the worst one. I really don't know what I thought. I suppose I thought, thank God it's not me.
Let me get this right now. Are you saying that you saw more than one person killed in that house?
Yeah. I've seen loads of babies killed there. Just newborn babies. Or aborted ones, which were only small. You know, 4-year-olds. Any age, really.
Did they ever say they might kill you?
They threatened to kill my little girl, who, when I left, was still at the house.
A friend?
Huh?
What little girl?
Her baby.
My little girl, Alex. She's about 4 now.
You mean you had a child?
Yeah.
How old were you when you had that child?
11.
Motherhood at the age of 11. But from what Teresa told her mother, it wasn't the only pregnancy.
No.
I think about 7 or 8 times. It's hard to say. It was constantly happening from the time she was capable of being pregnant.
What happened to the pregnancies, to the babies?
They were aborted by my nan or by one of the doctors at the house.
There were doctors there at that house?
Yeah, there was 2, I think. Yeah, and a nurse.
What would happen to the fetuses, the unborn babies?
They used to be taken away most of the time, and one time baby was taken out of me and then killed in front of me because it was still alive.
And then, what would happen?
Well, after they killed it, they would eat it. But we were also made to eat it.
You were made to eat your own fetus?
Yeah.
Who made you do this?
my nan.
You think the one person in the world you could leave a little girl with would be Grandma. Someone to give her love and protect her from harm. Yet,
Melanin kids be like, Mama, I want to come home. I don't want to be here no more. When did you come in and get me?
Grandmothers, I mean, the vision it conjures up for you, sweet old lady with grey hair, rosy cheeks, holding her arms out to love her grandchildren. And it was exactly the reverse.
But why was Teresa living with Nan in the first place and not with her mother?
Well, when my first marriage broke up, I took the children with me and couldn't cope. So I gave them to their father, who in turn moved to his mother's.
To Nan's place?
Yeah. And when he left the Nan's place, he left the children there.
How do you feel now towards her grandma and the other people who did all those things to your daughter?
They disgust me.
You disgust me, because why the fuck you ain't check on your children?
The worst form of life this earth has had the misfortune to create.
Yeah, not all black children speak up.
Did you ever try to run away? You must have been frightened.
A couple of times I did, but my uncle, he caught me and brought me back.
Going to the police? Did that occur to you?
No. No. I thought it was normal, you know, even though I didn't like it. You know, I mean, you don't like to eat greens, but you know, somehow, I thought it was just her being called to be kind or something like that.
She said to me it was something that everybody did, she thought, you know, like you don't like going to school or the dentist, you don't like going to the black masses.
It was never any different. I didn't have nothing to compare it to.
All part of life, Teresa thought. Even a miscarriage one day at school.
Yeah, I asked the teacher if I could go to the toilet, and she allowed me out. I went into the toilet and the baby was in my knickers. And I thought it was dead, but it wasn't. It was still moving.
And yet no one at school knew?
No.
Saw anything?
No. Or if they did, they didn't say. No, she was treated for a high temperature, a fever, nothing more.
What did she do with the baby?
She kept her for a while because she was frightened that they'd use the child as part of the rituals. So she turned the pencil case into a little coffin. Apparently she put roses in to make her smell sweet. Put a letter with her. Pictures of herself and her brother. A picture of me.
And then I put it down the chute because I didn't want my nan to get it.
As we said earlier, the police have already charged some members of the cult, and we know they're also investigating Teresa's accounts of those ritual killings. If there were as many, she told us, then the Satanists had a problem. How did they get rid of the bodies?
They had a tub, you know, pretty big, I don't know. A fairly big tub, and they used to put the bodies and bones in there. And it used to go like, you know, fizzy and that. And then there was nothing left. Well, it didn't seem to be, but when they cleared it out, there used to be a sludge at the bottom.
Teresa's story, her account, doesn't really surprise you.
It doesn't surprise me in the light of satanic abuse, no.
Do you get frustrated with people who just won't accept that these things do happen?
Yes, because I've worked with murderers in prisons for years. Not that long ago, a boy was found in a forest in southern England without a head. We have no doubts that men can do that. And yet when we start talking about men within Satanism who actually believe in evil and it's the right to express evil, we suddenly have a doubt.
As I was leaving Teresa's place, she handed me this note. It's addressed to the film crew. She says, "Thanks for bothering.
help kids like me. I hope it helps. On the other side, there's a poem Teresa made up while she was staying at Nan's place. She calls it Nothing Left.
Nothing left. I would scream, but there is no voice left. I would cry, but there are no tears left. I'd fight, but there is no strength left.
That was just part of our investigation of Satanism in Britain. We're also gathering evidence about the activities of such cults here in Australia.
Hello, I'm Liam Bartlett. Thanks for watching. To keep up with the latest from
Shit, he
60 Minutes
look like
Australia,
something
make sure
himself.
you subscribe to our channel. You can also download the 9Now app for full episodes.
She looked like her spirit was completely broken. Her energy was just completely drained and broken. That shit was a mess. All of it. All of it. They say you always watch them talking about the 60 Minutes. This shit was crazy. I don't even fucking know, bro. This shit is bogus. I can't even. I've seen, like I said, I've seen her story before. She looked empty and numb, and was. I've seen the kids' story before. I was hoping to be able to find the one of the children when they were outside talking, because let's see. If I can find it, then we'll watch it. If not, I'm gonna go ahead and hang it up. But oh, this is the mother? Oh, shit. I think I found the mama. Like, the sickness is ridiculous, man. Being a motherfucking, all right, let's see. I found the mom. Let's see.
Hi, my name is Ella Gareva, and I'm the mother of two children from Hampstead, Alisa and Gabrielle, who have been unlawfully removed from me on 9/11/2014. This is a high-profile case, and you can find the details on our websites, hampsteadcoverup.com and freethehampstead2.com. You will find the links at the bottom of this page. The Hampstead case is a criminal case, which has been blatantly and shamelessly covered up by the British authorities, and we have more than enough documented evidence to prove it. The judgment of notorious High Court Judge Anna Puffley was fraudulent and in breach of several articles of human rights. She unlawfully assumed the duties of a criminal judge and jury within a secret family court in a case concerning sadistic, satanic, ritual abuse of children and the trafficking, torture, and serial killing of countless innocent infants. A case which was never a matter for the family court. Puffley further abused her power by criminally perverting the course of justice throughout the fact-finding or fact-hiding hearing. The crucial evidence, 2.5-hour recording made by the Special Constable Jean-Clément Yahirou, was hidden away on the second day of the investigation. publicly acknowledged this fact of concealment, yet failed to order a reinvestigation. She dismissed and ridiculed the medical findings of a respected medical specialist in child sexual abuse with 26 years of experience that conclusively confirmed the children's allegations. My children, Alisa and Gabrielle, suffer horrendous, sadistic physical, emotional, psychological, and spiritual abuse in school at the hands of their father, Ricky Diamond, headmistress Kate Forsdyke, Louise Hollings, Nina Martin, and the rest of the teachers in Christchurch School. Social workers, parents, and the members of the Metropolitan Police Service. They were then further abused, damaged, and traumatized by the authorities, who removed them from the care of a loving mother and family. Alisa and Gabrielle were essentially jailed and held incommunicado for all this time since September 2014. My entire family, my parents, my son, their brother, my sister, uncle and aunts, all of whom children are very close to, have been denied contact without any court order in place. Initially, my children were taken away from me on the pretext that I wasn't capable to protect them from the abuse in school. However, once Alisa and Gabrielle were snatched, they were forced to retract, and the criminal acts were covered up. The Satanists who have my children tattoo and pierce the genitalia of the special children. I would like to remind everyone that all the children from the so-called special families, all the teachers, and a lot of the parents have devil tattoos on their private parts. Many of them have irremovable distinguishing marks, such as birthmarks, as in case of the headmistress Kate Forsdyke, with her port wine stain all over her thighs and pudenda, Galina Upson's birthmarks, and Nina Marsden mole, the size of a 5-pence piece. All this evidence has been forwarded to the police, including children's drawings of the distinguishing marks. To this day, none of the perpetrators, including the children's biological father, Ricky Diamond, was arrested and investigated. Not a single mobile or laptop has been seized, apart from Jean Clément's laptop with the children's testimonies. No CCTV footage acquired and watched. No property searched. On the contrary, Kate Forsdyke was invited to the strategy meeting on the 8th and 9th of September 2014, literally a few days after the first children disclosure on the 5th of September, even though she was named as one of the main abusers and a cult ringleader way before the forced retraction. In spite of the well-documented cover-up, the British authorities remain quiet. We still await the response from the Home Office and other governmental organizations. Since May 2015, at the start of campaign to release Alisa and Gabrielle, we learned that the key child protection organizations are unwilling, unable to take any actions, therefore are also complicit in crime and the cover-up of that crime. For example, the NSPCC are not interested in investigating the horrendous abuse of my children, Alisa and Gabrielle. Neither are they concerned with securing the safety of other children who are still being sadistically gang raped, tortured, and traumatized. The majority of these children have tattoos, and some pierce rings like Courtney. For the second time, the Independent Police Complaint Commission, IPCC, has ordered the police to reinvestigate the case, with no avail. All major media outlets were served with a defense advisory DA notice.
I wonder if
This
she's
is a
doing
notice
some in English then
sent out
going
on
into her
questions of
language, a
national
different
security.
language or something.
According to dnotice.org.uk, the objective of such a notice is to prevent inadvertent public disclosure of information that would compromise UK military and intelligence operations and methods,
She's reading
or
something.
put at risk the safety of those involved in such operations, or lead to attacks that would damage the critical national infrastructure and or endanger lives. Is the Hampstead case associated with military and intelligence operations? As in other high-profile cases, the Jimmy Savile cover-up, the Franklin cover-up, the McMartin case, Finders.
I think she did several takes
Our
and then
research
put them
shows
together.
that it is, which means all children in this country are in immediate and present danger. I had only several contacts with Alisa and Gabrielle between September and December 2014. Once my children asked to go home, and we discussed writing the letter to the judge, all the contacts were
Right,
immediately
Erica.
suspended. We don't know if Alisa and Gabrielle are still suffering the torture and abuse. They were kidnapped and held by the same people who subjected them to it. We don't even know whether they are still alive. According to the fraudulent and unlawful judgment of the above-mentioned judge, all my parental rights were removed. The local authority is under no obligation to notify me of my children's health, education, or well-being. I myself have had to leave the UK in order to protect my life and freedom. I was essentially framed for arrest and prevented from participation in any trial when a governmental agent, Sabine McNeil, published confidential court material online behind my back and without my consent. On the 12th of February 2015, 10 policemen, including 2 persons with medical kits, showed up at my doorstep, threatening to force entry. Luckily, I escaped. We know that the father of the children, Ricky Dearman, accused of torture, cannibalism, and serial murder, was given double-time access to the children from the beginning. And according to the order from August 2015, was considered to be the main guardian and was supposed to receive the full custody of Alisa and Gabrielle.
So when they recanted it, because they was back with him.
In the Hampstead case, we have witnessed the illegalities of police and local authority actions, ignorance of children's rights, ignorance of risks to multiple children, and the abomination of justice delivered by High Court is now supported and endorsed by the BBC. My children were damaged by authorities, unlawfully removed from my care by those authorities, further abused by those authorities, who to this day hope only to arrest and prison myself for breaking family court secrecy rules via a thoroughly unlawful judgment which has judged me guilty in crimes I did not commit. The cover-up is blatant and is itself yet further evidence, which most disturbingly gives insight into just how deeply the criminally insane sadists are embedded in every British authority, and to the extent they have full control of BBC News. Because
No, that is a
surely
different case. This
the
is the
BBC
Hampstead
News team
case.
are not that stupid
That's not the name
to
of this
miss
case.
all of the points now upheld by the IPCC. We have come up with alternative ways to make general public aware of the injustice that has been done to the children, of the criminal activity taking place in the schools, in the courts, within the police service, social services, local authorities, and the danger to all other children in the UK, with the various strategies in mind and the vast support of the public, we appeal to everyone concerned with such a horrific situation to start acting, to put an end to these atrocities happening in our society, and support our initiatives to free Alisa and Gabriel and all children held captive against their will. I would like to take this opportunity to sincerely and wholeheartedly express my deepest gratitude to so many people around the world who are supporting our Alisa and Gabriel, making and reposting videos, creating and running websites and blogs, writing to the authorities, disseminating leaflets, and spreading the story in every way possible.
So they was 11 and 10 here.
And keep our children
at this
free
point.
and safe. Free the Hampstead too. Free Alisa and Gabriel. And all children from this evil.
Wow. Wow. There's a lot of bullshit going on, bro. This is crazy, bro. I was trying to see. If there is like anything else connected to her children. I went to the Free the Hempstead too. They had several interviews, looks like, actually. It's like, wait a minute. They got the Hempstead cover-up, Pizzagate. What in the fuck? Here's the one video when I said they were outside. That's her in Franklin. Let me let y'all look at what I'm looking at. This is the, I know. See, this when I said it was one of them outside talking, that's this.
We decided to stop touching each children and stop touching each other and stop touching ourselves and face our urge.
What else are you going to stop doing?
And stop touching ourselves. And stop touching ourselves.
And what else are you going to stop?
And stop killing babies. And stop killing babies, and we have to think that we're going to face our fear and face our urge.
You're going to face your fear. Because fear is what?
Fear is the mind killer.
And you're going to help us to catch who? You're going to help us to catch?
All the people. Papa, Mr. Collins, Mr. School.
All the policemen, all the social services.
Speak up.
All the shopkeepers, all the cafes, all the pizza and McDonald's.
Who did you mention just now? Who? Caf what?
Kafkas.
Who's Kafkas?
You know, there's people who work at Kafkas.
What is Kafkas?
Kafkas is that they're for children. They work with the social services.
And what did they do to you?
They do sex. They touch each other. They touch me and Gabriel. They have plastic willies. They stick it in our bottom.
Who does? Who sticks it in your bottom?
Social services. Everybody does. All of them.
Who?
Everybody.
Does your mother do it?
No.
Do I do it?
No.
Who does it then?
Papa, Mr. Collins, the school.
Who?
My dad's fat.
Tell me more people. Tell me some more people, please. I'm interested.
Parents, police.
What about the teachers at school? Who's the main one?
The Papa, Mr. Hollins, Mrs. Forsyth.
Who's Mrs. Forsyth?
She's the head teacher of our school.
And what does she do?
And she does sex. She got a big mark with a big tattoo on her
And
pride.
what happens in the church?
And we do baby sacrifice and eat the baby.
What do you mean sacrifice and eat the baby?
So we kill the baby and eat it and drink the blood from it.
Is that true, Gabriel?
Yes. And we dance with the skulls.
You what?
We dance with the skulls in the church.
What skulls?
Skulls of the baby.
Pardon?
The skulls of the baby.
You dance with the baby skulls?
Yes.
And who kills the babies?
Papa, me, and Lisa. And so,
Who kills the babies?
Papa.
And what, he gets you to help him?
Yes. So he tells us to hold the hand on the knife, and then he holds his hand on our hand. So then he cuts the baby's head off. And then he puts it upside down, and then we drain the blood.
And then what they do?
And then we cook it, and then we drink the blood. And then after we dance with the skull.
What is it? You have on your watch? I can't even. This shit is crazy. Oh, boy. I don't even. I'm hang it up, but I'm gonna do some other research, and then we'll come back and talk about some more stuff. My face look big as fuck. Talk about some more stuff tomorrow. I love y'all. Yeah, cook, but we'll come back and chat tomorrow. Toddy will be on doing some live readings tomorrow. Toddy will. I'm gonna give her a chance to come on and do some, and then Friday I will be back online, and I'll be doing up the list, trying to finish it up. So I love y'all from a very genuine place. It's been a busy and rough night, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Peace.